Third joke for you guys. What actor would portray Ricky Valens if he was sick?
Ricky Valens?
Richie Valens, I apologize.
Oh, okay.
Ricky Valens, you know.
That's his cousin.
His brother.
Don't you love that in a comedy show where the audience corrects the comedian?
And they're like, oh, yeah, I meant, that's what you know what I meant.
He does a little rhomba.
You know what I meant. Yeah, okay. I don't know, what?
Flew Diamond Phillips.
Oh.
All right, Dennys, I love it.
Recovered.
It's old. It's from the 80s. It's great.
Oh, yes.
It's old from the 80s.
Let's see here. Fourth joke. Why couldn't the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle perform in bed?
I don't know. Why couldn't he?
He had a reptile dysfunction.
Broadcasting from the offleaseonly.com studios. Don't pay more. Save thousands on low mileage 2016 through 19 cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans. Offleaseonly.com. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Here we go. We made it to Friday. What's going on, everybody?
Friday.
Yeah.
It feels just like every other day.
It does. Just kind of feels like Tuesday.
It does. It's got
Oddly
a Tuesday feel.
It really does. There's just not a lot real special about it. So we're going to have some Friday fun, though. I know we were talking yesterday because we tried firing up some cocktails and karaoke to see how that worked. We did karaoke kind of via the Zoom platform that a lot of people are using for virtual school and working at home, and it didn't work out. So,
But what did work out was good moments with each other. We had some fun doing it.
We did, yeah. That was a good time. So I think the cool thing about this is today we will do kind of a little KVJ happy hour at about 5 o'clock today. If you guys are good for that, we'll sit down and kind of just get on the Zoom app, and if you got a cocktail, you can jump in. We'll make sure that on our socials and all that stuff that you have it dialed in.
The only problem I see with this whole happy hour thing is I haven't been able to do anything, and I'm really excited for it, and I might pregame. A little too much.
A little too much. So we'll have a hammered bird at 5.
Well, I went to the store yesterday, and I was giddy walking into Publix. Like, ooh, activities. This is fun.
Oh, yeah. I got to get Jaybird showed up at my house yesterday. And I was kind of like in the back, just chilling out there, and I didn't even realize. And my wife, the queen, was like, "Hey, Jaybird just stopped by. I brought you vodka."
Oh,
I'm like, no way.
Delivery vodka?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was welcomed or not because it was 2 large jugs of vodka.
I know. You went
And I know
all
how
out.
the queen gets sometimes with too much alcohol.
If
But
ever there was a time
Yeah.
to buy in bulk, it's now.
And then I was thinking, well, the queen probably respects what I did because it's saving y'all money.
You went large on it, and that was good. I
Brother,
appreciate that.
Did you expect some weak-ass vodka?
He brings it, Virginia.
Good.
He brought
he
it.
should.
The 2 biggest jugs you could get.
It was good, yeah. I delved right into that, too. So I
Kevin
appreciate
loves
that.
big jugs.
I mean,
Who does not, Virginia? And I finally got this. I got my thermometer.
Oh, it came in the mail.
It finally came in the mail, yeah, because I'm seeing lots of stories. It seems like more and more places. I know the West Palm Beach Courthouse. I know that Popeyes, the restaurant, is also requiring, along with Burger King, their employees to do one of these thermometer checks before they do their shift.
Love it.
Yeah, and they're saying that, for instance, the West Palm Beach courthouse, if you go there, if you have a temperature higher than 100.4, you're not allowed to go in.
Man, sometimes I've got a temperature just for the smell of it. You know what I mean?
Well, we're going to check you.
Don't try to go to court.
I never would.
I'll have Dennys come here to run this because he's going to be better than I am. Yeah, it's amazing. This is one of those ones. It's pretty cool. You just point at your forehead and it'll, like in a second, give you your temperature.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sounds fancy.
It sounds...
Okay.
That's what they have at the doctor's
instructions.
office.
The
like
forehead one?
This is what they have at Rocco's pediatrician. They just they put it like on his forehead or in his ear, and then boom, it just tells you a number.
Yeah.
Is that the new way now?
This is the new way. I had no idea.
I know you prefer the butt one, but they don't do that so much anymore.
We could put this in your tuchus if you want.
Well, what's alarming is I've never had this done before, so I'm thinking, man, I need to go to the doctors. If they're changing their practices and I don't remember it.
It was pretty amazing. Yeah, there's nothing to really, calibrate to make sure it's good. You got to point at the forehead, Dennys. You're pointing at the countertop.
Yeah, I'm just seeing it tells you the temperature. Anything you pointed out.
Oh, it does. Wow.
Really? Wait, what's the temperature of these black beans?
Huh. I imagine
It says
they're
33 degrees.
Okay.
right.
33.4.
It's pretty gross.
Is that Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Do you want to do
Oh, that's the
Celsius.
thing too. Yeah, because you got
You got to have a conversion.
If you read the instructions there, Dennys, step 2 is how to switch it from Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
You're going to
yeah.
lose the room real quick if you
Yeah,
start
I'm like-
coming with 33. What?
Wait, what does that even
The
mean?
black beans are almost frozen?
Yeah,
I know. I thought that too. I was
doesn't
like,
seem
that didn't
right.
seem right.
My brain is hurting.
Denny's, you're kind of blowing it right now.
Yeah.
I'm just switching it over. You got to hold it for like 8 seconds here.
Yeah.
Hold mode for 8
Wow,
seconds.
how much was this baby?
I don't know. I just asked the Mexican queen. I'm like, hey, can you get me a thermometer? I want to do this because I see the world kind of going to a lot of places now are having to check your temperature before you can start working.
Question.
Yeah.
Let's say we do this bit.
Yeah.
And it comes back that bird's 101.5.
Yeah.
Do you send me home?
I think you got to go, right? I mean, Virginia, do you want a fevery jaybird around you?
I would ask you if you have more than one symptom. So I wouldn't say just by a 101.5 because you always run hot and you're wearing a damn ski cap.
And keep
That's
in mind,
true, yeah.
I run hot with my thoughts, too.
You need to have 2 symptoms before I start to get nervous. So if you're just hot, but you've got no cough, no aches, no runny nose, no other symptoms, I think you're okay.
What if I was 104, but I was still crushing it?
That would be a little scary because
All right.
106 is like fried.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're booting people for 100.4.
Yeah, if you're 104, I think you need to go to the hospital.
Do you guys know the highest temperature you've ever had? Because I know mine. Kind of like
No.
a bowling score. I was at 103, I think, almost at 104.
And that's when you were probably little.
Yeah, little.
Kids run hotter than grown-ups, and it's pretty normal to have a kid that has a fever in their childhood, a really spiky high fever. You're supposed to put them in an ice bath, cool them down.
Who wants first?
You can cover and try me.
Oh,
I saw
all
what
right.
I was yesterday. I think when the queen tries around 97, something like that. Did I see you point at my head?
Oh, it broke.
Ah,
Damn.
Denny, we have tens of people listening right now.
Yeah.
This thermometer has been hanging out too long in here with our bunk computers.
Yeah, we
No, I ran it. The queen tried it yesterday, and she just went all around the whole family. And it was simple.
Once I took a temperature, it went back to Celsius.
Ah.
It's weird.
I don't know. Maybe I have to bring the queen in here to run it. Yeah, she was just popping off and zapping everybody. I was like, oh, this is easy. It's going to be ready for the
Yeah,
radio. And
it's
of course,
weird.
I bring it to the radio and it doesn't work.
Is it the fact that the queen was crushing it, or is it that Denny's is blowing it?
I don't know. That's a good question because I'm like, well, I want to make sure this works quickly for the radio. So she's like, yeah, it's simple. She's like, any moron can use it. And she's like, ding, ding, ding.
It
And
could
like,
get more slower.
yeah, and she got all 3 of us in the house. And I'm like, I checked the temperature and it looked like legit. And so I'm like, oh, this is going to work great. And then, of course, I bring something into the radio. I've had that happen the last couple of weeks where I'm testing things to make sure it works great, and it does, and I bring it in here and it's a disaster.
We've talked about this before, and we think you have some kind of electromagnetic
But I was
field.
there yesterday with that.
But
I'm not
she was operating it. Maybe you and Denny's both have this electromagnetic field.
Yeah.
Or we just have a low budget equipment.
Yeah, well, so it's weird. When I do a temperature, it'll give me Fahrenheit, and then the second one I do, I just did it back to back. It goes back to Celsius.
So try Kevin one more time.
Okay, well, I'll let you. The box is over there. Maybe there's other instructions, she wrote down. So,
Did they send the instructions on how to send it back and get a refund?
like I said, it was working great yesterday. 96.9.
Okay.
Okay.
Look out.
I was 97 yesterday.
I'm not surprised. You're running a little cold.
Yeah.
It's just weird. You have to reset it each time.
Run it around, see if you can get everybody else.
I'm going to take off my hat.
Are your hands sweating, Dennys?
Yes, they are.
I'm always running hot, though.
Because I just grabbed it. I'm like, why is it wet?
During show times, me and Dennys are very wet.
Yeah, I get so sweaty.
We get very.
Stay over there.
It's just the live microphones. It gets us going.
Let Dennys get you.
Yeah. Got to pull up your ski cap there.
Lift your hat.
Lift your hat.
He's got his forehead covered.
It's not working.
97.4.
Okay.
Kind of flexing with my
I
temperature.
think we used to work there.
I know. It feels like it, doesn't it? Okay. So
All right.
that's Jay
Now I'm
Bird.
getting mine.
Virginia's getting her temperature here.
I'm 97.0.
Okay, we're all looking good here.
Okay. You got to try Denny's.
What are you,
Zapping
Denny's?
himself. He's got such a hair over there.
93.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe try it again.
You're colder than Kevin.
You want to aim it at me?
Oh boy.
Yeah, because what is normal temperatures? It goes
There
all the
you
way
go.
down.
97.3.
The coast that fired us. Oh, they're the hits now.
It was hits that fired us.
You're right.
But Coast wasn't too fond of
No, they
us.
didn't like us.
Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm 96.9, Virginia 97, Jaber 97.4, Denny's 97.3.
And that's with a ski cap going
You're the
on.
hottest.
Yeah, but I'm covered in garb.
You are. You're like double layer bird.
Well, aren't you guys cold in here? It's hot outside, cold in here.
Suits is 97.2.
Okay.
Interesting.
Keep doing him though, just in case he goes up.
All right, there you go.
Poor Suits. We were going to build a whole bit around Suits' sick chart and then chart every day how he felt. Because, oh, bless his heart. He's just a little feeble.
And the corona blew that idea.
The corona blew that out of the water because nobody wants to hear about some dude that's sick right now.
Right. Yeah, that's ruined a lot of things. Well, you're talking about the different symptoms that you might have, and if you have multiples. That's what we were talking about yesterday on the After the Show podcast. I see that now there's 2 new random symptoms, and there was a couple other ones that they're having. I think diarrhea had jumped in there as one of the ones they were looking at. Eye pain was one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got eye pain.
Yeah, you're wearing a patch, though.
But I think this patch,
Are you over this punishment yet?
I am, because it's what it's doing. This patch is infecting the skin around my eyeballs.
Just take it off.
No, I have one more day. As soon as we're done with our cocktail hour today,
it
comes off.
Okay, then you're playing Denny's and...
Yeah, we got one more day of this crap that nobody cares about.
You need a new punishment for whoever loses on tonight.
Come up with one, bruh.
All right.
enema. Done.
That'd actually probably be good.
I could use one of those.
Yeah.
2 new random symptoms might be associated with coronavirus are hives and redness that sort of resemble frostbite and pain in your testes.
See, what's weird is I get a lot of those
How are your
symptoms
testes,
anyway.
Virginia?
My testicles feel fine.
Okay.
Well, you were talking yesterday about how your eyeball gets a shooting pain sometimes in it.
Yeah, it does.
Does
Yeah.
your testicle,
When I get tired.
Does your testes ever get that?
Sometimes they get kind of a low, numb pain. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's alarming. So I'm like going, oh boy, here it goes.
And is it normal for? Oh, never mind. I'll ask that after.
You and I just get together alone, talk about our nuts.
Well, yes. There's a question I have that it
Welcome to Nut Chat.
It happened to me when I was a kid, and it's resurfacing now as an adult.
Really?
Yeah, your scrotum can breathe sometimes. Like almost kind of pulsating. Yes, like it's doing Lamaze. Yeah, it's a thing.
It is.
I remember my doctor checked me out on that. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's common."
Poor thing, because you wear pants. It's got to be hard to get oxygen down there.
He's like, "You just got breathing balls. You're good."
If it can inhale, can it hit the bong?
You know what?
I'm feeling Dennys can.
I gotta ask my doctor.
If anybody could,
Yes.
we know the guy.
Yeah, we know a guy.
It's a great medical question.
All right, well, we know that none of us are running a fever here. That's good news. Hopefully you guys are feeling well and you're locked into the KVJ show. Listen on the radio, listen on your smart speakers. You can also watch us on YouTube right now on KVJ TV.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in just a second, if you, like a lot of America, are digging the Tiger King, there's going to be something new for you, a new episode with new material. Oh my goodness. I like everything about it. I like the host. I like the people they're going to interview. I'm just thirsty for a follow-up.
I'm excited about this story because I got some opinions about the Tiger King.
All right, well, we can't wait to hear them. Just give me 2 minutes. Before we get into that, you love to hear about the helpers, and there are indeed helpers. We told you all this week about celebrities stepping up and putting their money where their mouth is. Now, this just announced Rihanna and the Twitter CEO are teaming up for a grant to help domestic violence victims during the coronavirus. The grant and the money will go to the Mayor's Fund that will help victims that are coping during this stay-at-home order that they have in Los Angeles. The funds will provide 10 weeks of shelter, meals and counseling, all kinds of therapy and all kinds of wonderful things. So, yeah, just think about that. The poor people that are in domestic violence situations that don't have any other place to go, they're just with their abuser, now will have a place to go and have 10 weeks of shelter thanks to this $4.2 million grant from Rihanna and the CEO of Twitter. So that's awesome. It looks like Jessica Simpson is doing something cute. 20 years ago, she was on the cover of Rolling Stone, and it was like this Housewife of the Year picture, but she's like pushing a Swiffer, and she looks all sexy in these panties and hot Jessica Simpson. She's spoofing the cover with a hilarious real-life current pic as she deals with sheltering at home and kids and cleaning, and so it's pretty funny. If you have a chance, go find that one. Jessica Simpson, 20 years later, recreating a coronavirus version of her Housewife of the Year picture from Rolling Stone.
Sounds hilarious.
Yes, we need a little levity.
Levity.
And finally here, if you're a fan of the Tiger King phenomena, you'll be excited to see this on Sunday. This Sunday, there's going to be a new episode, a new show hosted by Joel McHale called The Tiger King and I.
Okay.
And the episode will feature Joe McHale interviewing several of the show's subjects to talk about what's happening in their lives, what their take is of the show, because all of them have watched it. They'll get together with the producers, some behind-the-scenes stuff. John Finley's going to be there, Jeff Lowe, his wife Lauren, a lot of people that were working there on the farm are going to talk, and the zoo.
I think the Tiger King's very entertaining. I think Joe Exotic's very entertaining. I don't think he's a good person. I don't think he's a good human.
No.
I think he's actually kind of a bad human, and I kind of hate seeing how everyone's hailing him as a hero. He's not a hero.
No, he's definitely not a hero, but it's just fascinating to see how he ran his little world. I don't think he's a good guy.
The one part of that documentary that keeps sticking out to me, do you remember the part where he was making that pizza, the Joe Exotic pizza? It's like, oh, this is great. And then they all figured out he was taking that Walmart meat and putting it on.
Yeah, that was one of the gnarliest
That was
parts of the whole
tough.
And
special.
it was expired Walmart meat from a truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
It stayed with me, Virginia.
I get it. I do love Joel McHale. He always has a snarky, sassy little way of presenting things and commentary. I'm here for it.
The person I feel bad for is the girl that lost her arm and they came back to work 4 days later.
I mean, what a beast. That girl and her frame of mind, like, she is tough.
One of the best parts, though, is she's out there with her arm ripped off, and Joe Exotic goes into the gift shop. It's like, all right, now we might have somebody out there just had their arm ripped off by a tiger.
I want y'all to hear it from me. And then they cut to him. Oh, this is going to be financially devastating for me.
Everyone in the gift shop's like, is this guy for real?
But could you find
What kind of theme park is this?
a cooler person? She loses her arm.
Yeah.
She was so cool.
Doesn't blow the whistle.
No.
Comes back to work, defends Joe Exotic. If anybody needs a payday, it's her.
Well, they told her she could keep her arm and just have to do a lot of therapy, or they could just cut it off. And she goes, just cut it off.
Well, they said 2 years of reconstructive surgery.
I mean, that is... Wouldn't anybody pick that?
I was thinking about that. I'm going, I don't know how tough reconstructive surgery is. I had a buddy who had to do something with his knee, and he had to keep going back in, and he was miserable doing it.
I always pick save the arm, do whatever you can, even if it's 2 years.
Do you pick the arm, or do you pick the just
Cut it off?
Yeah.
I would take the arm.
Yeah, I think I would try to keep
Yeah.
the arm.
Try to keep the arm. I mean, I like my arm.
I love my arm.
You use it a lot.
A lot.
How you gonna touch your face if you don't have no hand and no arm?
You have a lot of nerve because I've seen the footage of just today's show, and every
Yeah.
time the camera cuts to Virginia, she's wiping her nose, mouth, or eye.
Okay.
A lot of nards.
I put on this lotion, and I realized after I put it on, I'm allergic to it. So that's what I'm dealing with over here.
Stop using grandma lotion.
I
That's-
know. You're right. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
This just in, another segment of Virginia's bad advice you shouldn't listen to. Virginia, that is horrible advice. No ice bath for a fever, please. It will shock the kid's body and can have horrible results.
That's what I had when I was little.
Oh,
Yes.
well, then it's good. Then.
Several people have texted in and said, Virginia, please stop giving advice or any recommendations on anything.
We seriously have to keep a tally
Yes,
of
'cause
all
it's
of Virginia's terrible.
Solidly, yes.
Terrible facts.
Daily, we're getting some really bad advice from her.
Do you remember when she dug her heels in? Guys, you cannot get corona from sneezing.
Yes.
I'm like,
I had an ice bath when I was little.
Luckily, it didn't do anything to you. We don't
Or
think.
maybe it did.
Maybe it did. All right, what y'all got on your mind? You can let us know here on the KVJ Show, 877-979-WRMF.
Do you want to watch the KVJ Show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KVJ Show.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about Jay Bird?
y'all, we got to talk about these arrows in the grocery store that's leading everybody into one direction to try to make it very, flowy and easy for everyone to get their stuff. I was at Publix yesterday, and they had all of the arrows in the aisle directing people where to go, and your boy didn't do so hot. And I got yelled at by a very, very elderly woman.
You couldn't follow the arrows?
It's not that. The way it works is if you miss an aisle,
Yeah.
they make you go straight. You have to keep going. So basically, if you miss your bread, Virginia, you have to keep on going around the entire store until you get back to the bread aisle. So let's say you miss the bread and you go, oh crap, the bread was on that last aisle. You'll try to backtrack. And
Yeah,
then
you can't go backwards.
I went backwards.
I mean, duh.
I mean, duh. Well, then you know what? Then grocery shopping's going to take 3 hours. Then for people, it's going to take a long time.
When you're on the turnpike, can you just bust a Yui?
This ain't the turnpike, dog. There ain't no tolls and there ain't no cars.
Well, they're trying to make it like that.
It's a little tricky if you forget an item and
Yeah.
you're almost done with your shopping. I'm telling you, Virginia, you haven't been into the thick of it. Go into a grocery store that's doing the taping.
No, I'm not going.
It's people were yelling at each other because some people were getting it and some people weren't. And one person forgot sausage. Like, I'm getting my sausage.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
You're going down the wrong way.
It's chaos, huh?
Yes.
I don't want no part of that.
It is a little tricky. All I can recommend is just watch the arrows and try not to forget your items. Make a list. For a guy who doesn't do lists, now's the time to make a list. A lot of people were doing it. They even had arrows, or not arrows, but sections taped off outside of Publix leading to the liquor store.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I've seen a lot of comments on my Nextdoor app about some of the grocery stores in the vicinity. And yeah, there are a lot of people that were not overly pleased or just confused by whatever the system is.
All I'm saying is I walked into the grocery store not knowing there was going to be a system with aisles and tape and arrows. Some people are going to mess up.
Yep.
Be kind to
Okay.
them. Be
All
kind
right.
to them.
Okay.
Yeah, some people don't know that that's going on. So, yeah, to jump down somebody's throat just because they're confused.
Well, some stores don't have it, and then some stores do, so it's kind of
Right.
weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, and is it going to be effective to keep people away from each other?
Now, a shout out to Publix. It was very smooth. A lot of people were doing.
Despite myself.
There was a few other people. I was not the only one breaking code. Look, I need my Tostinos, and I missed that aisle.
He's busting a Yui for that.
But you have to go around again.
Virginia, what you got on your mind today?
So I have a little mystery. I hope I was given bad information yesterday, because if this is true, this is definitely sad. And I felt like I was just reeling. I still am. So we have a nice, beautiful building that we work in here. I would say this is the nicest building we've ever worked in. It's like a fancy office building, 5 stories. We're up on the top. And in the lobby, there's always a security guard. We love him, security guard Mike.
Yeah.
We've talked about him before on the radio. He's always got a funny joke and a great attitude and just a sweetheart of a man. So I noticed on Wednesday he wasn't here, and I was like, that's weird. And then I noticed yesterday he wasn't here, and there's some new young buck down there, some young whippersnapper
Yep.
sitting where Mike usually sits. So yesterday I asked the young guy, I'm like, hey, where's Mike, our regular security guy? And he said, oh, Mike retired.
Yeah, Mike left. I had a conversation with Mike, probably what was his last day earlier this week. And
Really?
Yeah, he's got a situation like a lot of people. He has a wife at home that has pre-existing conditions, and here he is in this building with radio people who are known to be germy.
Well, they have many conditions.
And so he just, and he was still required to come to work, and he just didn't want to put his wife at risk, and he felt it was the best thing. And he's been here for 7+ years. And yeah, it's sad. Mike is just one of those people. He is, to me, a great lesson for anybody out there that, Mike just hangs out down there, but he always is he's got a joke, a smile. He's just a great person to walk by and say hi to.
And he was on it, too. If anything
was.
squirrely going on in that parking lot, he'd be up here in a second. Hey, this is going on by your car. Do you know about this? Do you know about that?
It's the stories like you're saying. For example, my brother, he just got a promotion at his new job. He's going to be a manager. And things weren't going so good for everything started to kick in, and the corona hit, and that job's now gone. Oh. I know. So opportunities like that, or Mike, our security guard, in a situation where he's kind of forced out, that really sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to Mike like last week. He didn't tell me he was retiring, but we were talking about his wife and her pre-existing conditions and all that stuff. And I thought for a second, man, maybe I should give Mike my phone number because, if anything ever shakes down, I want to be able to help him. And I don't have his number and he don't have mine. But then I was like, how do I give some dude my number and have it not be creepy? So I didn't give it to him, and now I'm really kicking myself.
Well, we can definitely get his number. That's not a problem. It's not like he was ousted out of the building because he was doing something terrible. We totally can get his information.
I at least want to send him something and like a happy retirement social distance party.
But it's weird, those kind of stories and situations you don't even think of. He's kind of, in a sense, forced out because his wife's got pre-existing conditions.
This is how coronavirus is reshaping our society, and then how much of it goes back to normal.
You don't even think about those kind of stories.
I'd be hopeful. It'd be great to see Mike after this whole thing, and maybe that'd be the case. I don't know. I don't know what the tone is on that, but yeah, that's some of the stuff that you're seeing. Some things will not go back to the way they were before.
It's crazy to think about.
It is, absolutely. Well, the one thing for me that I think probably starting today, I really got to kind of start taking seriously here, and that is getting back to doing some kind of workout.
Yeah, brother, I hear you.
Yeah.
You're looking down and you got that jelly belly.
Well, you know what? Here's the weird thing for Kev. Oh, I know. Woe is me. But I'm kind of the opposite. If I'm not working out, and for the most part, like my diet is still on. I haven't thrown that out the window, and so it's not that I'm getting the pudge.
That makes one of us.
Yeah, I know that. In fact, they say 24% of people say they've gained weight since the beginning of the pandemic, and it's understandable.
That's
seems
low.
low.
That's a low number.
Another
rest of-
84% are lying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, you're right. So a lot of people have been packing on the pounds. For me, a big part of my problem is I start wasting away. I have this amazing knack to be able to lose all kinds of muscle and still maintain flab and pudge in places that doesn't look good. So that it's a rarity. It's a great gift that I have. And a lot of people are going, wow, you look skinny. And so unfortunately for me, skinny just means Okay, all right. You still got like looks like a little sack of
You're skinny.
cottage.
You're skinny fat. You're fat in places that are supposed to be skinny, and you're skinny in places that are supposed to be fat.
When I hear you're skinny, it just means I'm losing good weight. Is typically what happens.
And
so.
you don't have to send messages or comments about Kevin looking skinny. He knows.
Yeah, I know. So
usually people know their faults.
yeah, usually for me, working out means I need to get some weight resistance because remember old Gaunt Kev? That
Yes.
had bird legs, looked weird.
Yes.
Had the body of a 12-year-old girl. Yeah, so I'm kind of reverting back into that. So yeah, I think today is the day that I got to step up. They say somehow 19% of people have actually lost weight during the coronavirus.
My sister has.
Well, yeah, but she's on the front lines, nailing it.
I would say it's people that are highly stressed. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're not stress eating. You're kind of doing the opposite. You're just stressed and you can't eat.
What sucks is this undershirt that I have. This is when I got skinny, when I was doing all those meditation shirts. I put it on this morning as my undershirt, and as I'm trying to wiggle it down my stomach, the side of it ripped. I can show you the rip if you don't believe me.
It quit.
I mean, just 9 months ago, this thing it fit me so good. What the hell, Bird?
It's how fast they can get away from you.
Your shirt did a security guard mic and quit.
I do not look good naked right now. Let's just get that on the record.
Prove it.
No.
Prove it.
I don't want to do it.
Prove it.
I don't want to hurt you that bad.
So what do South Floridians miss the most with the stay-at-home order and the coronavirus? There's a survey that I was reading up on what people really miss the most, and it's kind of interesting perspective when you talk about everything that's been shut down, from restaurants to concerts, sporting events, shopping, going to the movies, all those kind of things, even going to the gym.
Even just making out. You can't even make out right now, Virginia. Some people are missing making out, Kev.
They are, yeah.
Apparently. We got one right here.
Well, here's what South Floridians are missing the most with the stay-at-home order. 73%. The number one answer in response was they really miss spending time with family and friends. Number one.
It's weird. I was walking my dog yesterday, and all of a sudden, I see my sister on the road in her car. Hey, what's up? I haven't seen her in like 12 days now. It's like, hey, I'm just keeping my social distancing. How you doing?
Aww.
We had a talk from the sidewalk to the street.
Yeah, I know. You walking your dog yesterday was a big topic.
Really?
Well, yeah, I got an email here, and it says, hey, guys, I'm a huge Jason fan, and my daughter knows it. She recently moved and just realized that she lives near Jaybird. Tonight, she saw Jaybird walking Chewy. She thought it was him and did a U-turn, and it was. She snapped a pic for me. I'm dying. Could be him, but it looks a lot like a Bigfoot sighting.
It was me, and I did see that car, and I thought they're gonna shoot me. I'm not even kidding you. I thought it was the stalker.
This is the end.
I thought I thought it was the stalker in a new car, and I saw the car slow down. I'm like, oh, here it goes.
No, that's just Susan's daughter
All right.
capturing a photo. You can see an action shot of Jaybird, and it does. It looks like a Sasquatch sighting because it's really blurry.
It does. That's amazing. Well, next time, stop and say hello to me.
There you go. Give me a ride.
Just tell me you're not going to shoot me first.
Just roll down the window. I'm not your
Hey,
stalker.
I'm not going to shoot you. I'm a big fan. I love your act.
So number one is missing spending time with family and friends at 73%. 61% of South Floridians say they miss going to restaurants a lot.
Me.
That's number two.
I am. Just the convenience of walking in there and just sitting down and getting a drink and getting some appetizers.
Sure, I could see that. Number three, 46% really miss concerts. That's the number three thing. That is more than sports. Only 42% of South Floridians really miss sports. This ain't a sports area, man.
Speaking of sports, we got a big game tonight at Denny's house. Bird versus Denny's, video game style.
You lost in basketball. Are you going to make it happen in baseball? That's your sport.
I'm not only going to beat Denny's tonight, I'm going to destroy him. When I think I've beaten him enough, I'm going to add 10 more runs on there, Kevin.
Okay, that's impressive.
Out for blood.
They say 32% of South Floridians really miss shopping. That is less than sports and concerts.
It was very, very fun shopping yesterday. I hadn't been to the grocery store in almost a week, where I really did
Just getting out.
legit grocery shopping. It was shopping was really nice.
27% really miss going to the movies. That's really, I was surprised that's low. And to me, that's
I don't know, man. The movies
Troublesome
are
for movies.
I feel like they're on the decline.
Yeah.
The theater part.
I don't think a lot of people are going to the movies like we did 10 years ago.
Well, I just saw that one woman from Mad Men. She's got a Invisible Man movie out right now, and it jumped from theater right to.
It did, yeah.
And I'm
That's one
wondering
of
how
those ones.
that. And it got great marks. People are liking it. Are people watching it?
The coronavirus might have killed theaters.
Dang.
At least temporarily.
Or at least you're not going to see that many opening up, and if they do, it may be. I don't know. I know there are a lot of places in South Florida that are trying the whole experience where they bring you blankets and you relax in a recliner and all that stuff.
I love it, but you fall asleep through the movie, and then the people working there take your grilled cheese you just ordered.
and then hand you a bill for $100.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're
And
lucky.
question, are we washing these blankets in between use, or are we just folding
It'll
them
be
up
another big question.
and
yeah.
putting them back in the basket?
No way, movie
There's no
theaters.
way.
You can get 10 people calling in right now. Bird, we wash the blankets. Liars.
They might wash them at the end of every week
Oh, yeah.
or every couple of days. There's no way they can wash them in between every person,
It's
right?
another mark against it. The attempt of a lot of theaters was to do that. And now with people being more germ conscious, yeah, that'll be something to be like, nah, it's expensive. It could be germy, and I could
There's-
maybe watch it at home.
No way you're not getting Ricket blankets when you are going to the theater. There's no way. I'm sorry.
25% of South Floridians really miss going to the gym. That's in seventh place.
I'm one of that 75%.
Kevin, that's Kevin.
I wouldn't say really miss. I just know I really need.
You miss crushing it.
No, I don't. 8th place, 24% really miss going to church, and 21% of South Floridians really miss going to bars. 34% don't miss it at all.
What did you have the beach on there? I'm sorry if you did.
No, I did not.
Because I know
It
a
wasn't
lot
in there.
a lot of people are missing going to the beach.
Yeah, I could see that. Maybe out on your boat if you can't do it as recreationally as you once did.
So if you want to just go on the beach right now and meditate by yourself, you're going to get the stink eye, aren't you?
Well, I don't think you're allowed. I think they're shut down if they see you.
Yeah, they
will-
arrested 5 people on Palm Beach, I think, last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Palm Beach don't play.
They
Yeah.
don't. I'm not even allowed on Palm Beach Island with or without the coronavirus.
I support
Yeah.
that decision.
It's a good call.
I don't need a global epidemic to keep me barred.
Yeah, the top reasons that South Floridians are leaving their house, number 1 is to shop for groceries. 85% are leaving for that reason. 82% are going for a walk or a workout. 65% are just going out to take a drive. We talked about that the other day. I'm like, well, it seems really high. People just want to get out of their house and drive around. People, you can't do that, or you
know,
can do that.
I noticed yesterday for the first time, and maybe it has something to do with what you were talking about, how it seems to be that it's not completely cured, but it's starting to downtick a little bit. There were so many people walking their dogs and exercising yesterday, more than I have seen in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, that is the good news. Dogs are loving it.
I actually had to shut down our walk early because there were so many people walking their dogs last night.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, were they just listening to Kevin talk and they heard him?
Well, I think that they're just seeing the numbers, and everybody else is kind of on the same page. And there are places, people are coming to the KVJ show and hearing that, trying to get a tone to see where everybody else is. That's what I'm doing. I'm reading these surveys, say, okay, where's everybody's mindset right now?
I do want to say, and I want to thank Virginia for kind of toning it down a little bit. I think
She has.
I think you've been great the last 4 days.
Yeah, not been the same as she was last week.
I'm medicated.
Good.
No.
Continue.
I'm not. The difference is I have a friend who's battling a lot of the COVID symptoms. And so every day I'm taking care of this friend, and this friend is getting better. Here we are 14 days in with this friend's battle and this illness, and my friend is getting better. So that had a lot to do with my mood. There was one day I came in here and I thought my friend was dead because I couldn't get my friend on the phone, and I'm texting and I'm calling, and my friend had been sleeping for 10 hours, which my friend never does. So I was literally crying in between coming in here on the breaks. So my friend is doing better, therefore I'm doing better. It's directly related.
And it's still in South Florida. The deaths are predominantly for those 65 and older in Palm Beach County and throughout South Florida. Other things that people are doing, they're going out to get gas for their car, 61%, going to the pharmacy, and 34% of South Floridians are going to shop for booze.
I did it yesterday.
Yeah,
and
you
I
did.
went to the Publix liquors. There was not one person in there. It was very easy, very convenient. They were kind.
Yeah.
It made it very comfortable.
Did you get the guy with the neck brace?
I did not, but I will look out for him.
Oh, okay.
I had another, because I bought 5 bottles of the big boy vodka, and he goes, "Oh, you're partying tonight, huh?" I'm like, "It's not for me.
I am not having a party. This is all for me.
This is for a couple people."
And just so you know, 34% of South Floridians have had food delivered from a local restaurant.
I mean, every single night.
Yeah, so
Every
that's-
night I've had it.
That's
You're
34%.
set different.
I guess I am.
Yeah, 34% of South Floridians are doing that. It'd be nice to see that number a little bit higher, but there you go, 34%. That's what South Florida is doing. Got some celebrity birthdays going down here today. Got to say what up and a happy birthday. As we start things off to Daisy Ridley. She plays Rey in the Star Wars movies that are just out. She's 28 today.
I get her confused with Keira Knightley all the time.
I can see that.
They
yeah.
remind me of each other.
Yeah, very similar. Also, happy birthday to Maren Morris. Does the song The Bones. Also,
If
New
I
Mom.
was rich.
She got a lot of great
I
songs.
love
yeah.
that song.
Yeah, she got a lot of good stuff. Check out Maren Morris. She's 30 today. Haley Joel Osment turns 32, and Mandy Moore is 36 years old today. Also, a big old birthday shout out to Veronica Gonzalez, turning 8 today from Daddy, Mommy, and Ariella. The whole Gonzalez family sent that in. Also, happy birthday. We got for today, it is, I'm not sure who. She's going to be 14. Love Mama, Bill, Onyx, and Pedro the hamster. And there's no daughter's name on that, unfortunately. Janelle had sent that. Also, can you wish my son Sam a very happy 16th birthday? Any ideas on how to make his quarantine Easter birthday fun? Also curious what you guys remember about your 16th birthday. What advice would you give your 16-year-old self?
You know what I would do?
From Lauren.
If I was Lauren, I would try to make a 16-year-old friendly Easter egg hunt. Stuff that you know that they like.
Put cash in the eggs.
Yeah, put little snacks you know he likes, put the cash in there, and make a 16-year-old appropriate little Easter egg hunt. I think that'd
Very
be so
cool.
fun. I'd love that I'd love that now.
We could do that.
Oh, Pumpkin, you want me to hide eggs around the studio?
I would love a game. Yeah, I
Aw,
would.
Okay, I'll bring you some eggs.
Okay. It is time once again for the No Name Movie Game. Partnered up with a member of the KVJ show. And we'll take a look and see exactly how well you can do here today.
On the verge of history.
Denny's, do we have the email with the updates? I know I'd printed it. The printer wasn't working. That's
This might be the biggest one I've ever done.
yeah, it is.
I've never, in the history of the No Name Movie Game or KVJ, have ever won 4 in a row. It's never happened.
Wow.
Dang.
This is big.
This
Never,
is
huh?
big.
You have no idea how badly I need this.
Okay. Well, here's
I need
the-
it bad.
Should we throw it? Dennis?
No.
Dennis,
Hell no.
Should we throw it?
Don't even put that out there. I know what you're doing. So when you lose, I threw it.
It's a tainted win. It's
Yeah.
got an asterisk.
No,
yeah.
No, I'm going for history.
Stat guy Josh wanted to let everybody know that Jaybird is on a 3-week win streak. If he wins today, he ties Virginia for the longest streak of wins this year.
Wow.
And KVJ history.
5 out of the last 8 no-name movie games has ended in overtime. Eesh.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Kevin hates overtime.
Virginia has been a part of every overtime this year. Okay, Virginia so far has 7 wins in 2020. Jaybird has 5. Dennys has 1.
Look, there's no doubt the witch is a Hoffer. You're a Hoffer. Hall of Famer.
Oh. I thought it was like you were trying to call me a heifer, but you didn't say it
Or
right.
like Hasselhofer.
You're a Hoffer.
I mean, I know I've put on a little weight over the corona, but come on.
No, you look beautiful. You're a Hoffer. Hall of Famer.
It just doesn't sound right.
It sounds the opposite of good. You know?
Yeah, it sounds like you're calling me a big girl.
Pipe down, Denny.
All right, we got Mike on here from Lake Worth to partner up with Virginia, see if she can get that belt back. What's up, Mike?
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing? I'm ready to rock and roll.
Hey, Mike. All right. Sounds peppy
Yeah.
and adorable. Let's do this.
Bringing energy. Okay. Virginia's going to give you the clues to the movie. She cannot use any of the characters' names, any of the actors' names, or any of the words from the title of the movie. All right. We got 60 seconds on the clock here in the No Name Movie Game. Your time begins now.
Pass. Pass. It's Jay Bird's movie. It's in space. They're always fighting each other. It started in the 70s. There's been a bunch of them.
Karate King.
No, it's the big one.
Baseball.
They have amusements based on it.
Yeah, you got it.
The opposite of a tiger. He's in the jungle. He's the
Lion
king.
King.
Just with no king. Just say what you just said.
Lion.
Yes. Pass.
The Lion King.
Pass on that one. It was a song. The guy died recently. Guitar player. He played the Super Bowl. Pass on that one. If you live in a large plastic ball and you're a male, what is it?
Biodome.
Pass.
Mr. Ball.
If I'm pregnant, I'm what? It's a vulgar term.
Oh, the witch! The witch is shook. Oh man!
Those were hard.
I don't know.
I struggled.
Since this Corones have hit, you've gone down in power.
I know. I haven't had a Corona win.
Wow. Okay, well, Dennys is definitely due. Dennys has one win.
Only one?
Yeah, it's kind of shifted now.
It has.
Sweet
2020.
Dennys, what's going on?
Yeah.
It's all the quarantining, I think.
Okay.
I should use that time to practice.
Brian is on here from Port St. Lucie to partner up with Dennys. All right, Brian, you ready for this?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it, Brian.
Only got to beat 2 here in the No Name Movie Game. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins now.
It's a term for baby goats. It's also another term for children.
Pass. I don't know.
It's a giant, beautiful white bird that swims in the lake, but this is the opposite of the color of it.
Swan? Black swan?
Yep, you got it. He turns into a snowman. I think he has kids.
Jack Frost?
Yep.
Wow.
Let's see here. This is, we know who the real star of the movie is, but it's a movie about the emerging porn industry. One of the main actors in it. There's a roller skating girl.
Rollerblade.
Pass that one. Let's see here. This is it's odder than nonfiction.
Can't say then.
Oh, jeez. This is another term for the guy who flies. He's got superpowers. He wears blue and red. He's not Spider-Man.
Great American.
It's the
American. What is it?
the alternate term for him.
Man of Steel?
Man of Steel, yes.
Yeah. So we're going for there. We got a 2 spot, I believe. We got a tie with Virginia. It's
If I get a 3-spot coach and
It's over.
I beat them, I'm not gonna even keep going. I'm just gonna throw up my hands and jump on Dennys.
over.
As soon as I get that
You're gonna do
3,
3.
you hit my damn music. I'm gonna celebrate.
okay.
Oh, that's right. We can't do my music. We'll get sued.
We can sing your music.
Yeah.
You're the best.
Harold is on here from Miami to try to keep the win streak going 4 weeks in a row.
Oh, sweet Harold, I need it, and I need it bad.
I know you need a bird. Come on, let's do it.
I'm gonna
Calm
be.
down. Don't scream. Talk like you talk on the radio. Don't scream. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. Just don't tell me how to do my thing. All right.
Come on, you're trying to be partners here.
All right. I'm gonna go quick. I'm gonna be articulate.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Look. Jay Bird, take your time. We only need 3, so don't stress, please.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bird.
Heard it the first time, Harold.
Take your time.
It's a partnership between you guys.
All right.
Clicking.
Harold, let's do this crap.
Okay, here you go.
Let's
60
go.
seconds on the clock, and the No Name Movie Game begins now.
Pass. What's the opposite of him? Him. The opposite. Yes. Pass, Dennys. Pass. Pass, Dennys. Green monster cartoon. I'm fat. I'm green. Kids love me.
Shrek.
Yes. I am a man who talks like this, and I do pranks on people. I prank people. Pass. If you leave your child by themselves.
Home Alone.
Yeah!
Oh, all right. It is another win for the Bird.
KVJ history!
Wow. 4 weeks in a row. The whole month. Quarantine's been great for his No Name Movie Game
4 in
career.
a row!
How about that? Got a happy partner in here, Harold. Congratulations, my friend.
I think the psychology worked. Telling him to calm down and go slow.
Yeah.
We only need 3 now.
Yeah, I guess you listen. There he is. All right, there you go. Bird, the champ.
Whoa!
Dang. Feels good, huh?
Oh, baby, it feels. You have no idea how good this feels. I never thought it'd be possible to get 4. We're gonna push it to a half a dozen.
Wow. Okay. More of a streak coming, huh?
Admit it, you're still on Facebook, and so are we. Follow the KVJ Show. 97.9 WRMF.
Jaybird was telling us the other day that he went to high school with a guy that is now being accused of murder.
Oh, boy.
And I think it'd just be weird if you knew somebody in high school and you're saying he was a really good basketball player back in the day when you went to high school with him.
I didn't only go to high school with him. I grew up with him in Lake Park.
You played with him.
I played Little League all the way up till, all the kind of sports you'd play against the guy up until high school.
David E. Anthony is his name, and he is suspected of killing his wife, Gretchen. And I was reading the article that they've got in the Palm Beach Post last night about it, and apparently like on a Saturday morning at the end of March, there were screams that were coming from their garage enough that people were like, okay, what's going on? In fact, a neighbor was coming over to see what was happening, and then the noises stopped.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and they had heard her scream, no, stop, it hurts. And they had gone in there and they found like a bleach stain, and apparently it looked like there were some towels in the washer dryer with what looked like probably blood on it. And then
boy.
They pinged him with her phone. He was in Pensacola trying to sell some of her jewelry and saying that it was his mom's that had just died of COVID. Then he had her phone and he was sending texts on it to friends saying that, I think I'm sick with coronavirus. Oh, they just put me on a ventilator. And people like, it just sounded weird. And then they found her car like at a medical facility, but then they had surveillance footage of a tall, skinny guy that, kind of looks like it would have been him getting out of it.
He's big. He's a tall dude.
Tall, but not like thick.
I wouldn't call him like lanky. He's definitely a guy that,
He was tall.
Well, yeah, he's a basketball player.
It looks like, it's going to be a pretty solid case they're going to have against him. And then, of course, he ran to New Mexico, and that's where they got him, and they're extraditing him back to Palm Beach County.
It's a different name than what I grew up with.
That's weird. He changed his name, too.
But I think what it was I think, from what I'm understanding, his mom was married and then got a divorce. This is, again, I don't know if it's fact or not, but then he changed his name back with his mom. So I don't think it has anything to do with the murder or anything like that, or the potential murder.
Or he just wasn't a guy who was doing other shady things before that.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, there you go. It's kind of fascinating. And didn't you say, didn't Dennys, a couple weeks ago, you told me that he knew somebody that had, murdered a prostitute or something?
What?
Is that what that was? Because I was reading through some show material yesterday. I'm like, going on, wait, Dennys has got one too. What is?
I send you a lot of weird Dennys story.
That
was from a couple weeks ago.
Who you guys hanging with? Yeah, did you know somebody too that?
Oh yeah, it was super
the
random,
Colorado
yeah.
dude. Yeah.
And what was he accused of? Or was
the
he convicted?
Colorado guy?
Yeah.
So when I was visiting my parents during Christmas, I was just watching the news like normal, and I seen a face I recognized, and I was like, what? And I look, it was one of the kids I worked with at the Apple store. He became a pastor, and he was soliciting sex with like a 14-year-old girl.
Oh, my.
Yeah, they found, so he was being tried for that, which was insane. So he was going through the court case when I had seen that.
No, the other guy, though, you worked with a dude.
Well, I had a friend, too, who was also shady. I've actually had a funny amount of shady people I met in Colorado. Funny enough. But yeah, he did. That's
funny
absolutely
enough.
true.
He was up for murdering a prostitute.
Wow.
I mean, think about that. When we talk about the story of the guy I went to high school with, you think about it, go, there's no way that could ever happen. Because he had so much going on for himself, but you just never know.
You never
know.
People just snap, or they have some undiagnosed, mental illness, and they just lose it.
I feel like there are some people born on this planet, no matter how terrible things get, to the brink of insanity, they still would not harm somebody to death.
No. I think
are you born with that?
I think if there's a chemical imbalance there and something tragic does happen, it could go either way for a person. Some people take it the negative way, and some people turn it into a positive. It's just how you as a person handle that situation.
Well, I didn't know your guy that killed his wife, but some of your friends in your friend circle texted me and said he wasn't a very nice guy.
To be honest with you, the baseball team did not like him.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
He would talk a lot of trash, and I mean, we never were friends. I played against him in baseball, and I was on the baseball team. He was on the basketball team, and when I was at Palm Beach Gardens, for whatever reason, the basketball team and the baseball team did not get along, and he was a big part of it. We always thought he was a little bitch. Honestly, I'm being completely honest.
Wow.
He would be a kind of guy that would cry when it wouldn't go his way. I hope he doesn't get out.
Because we know where he's going first.
Well, he's going to easily be able to find me.
Haven't you gone on record many times, easiest to kill?
I'm the easiest human being to murder. Not only on this show, but in Florida.
So if you're thinking about starting a career in murder, we got a guy for you. Yeah, right there.
Don't start with killing cats. Start with killing Jaybird.
I'm real big and tough when someone's already incarcerated.
Yeah.
Oh, you better hope they find him guilty.
Oh, boy.
Got a lot of positives to share with you here in Feel Good Friday. Thought this was really kind of cool. This is something that's nationwide. Over half of Americans are doing things to support local businesses right now. A survey found that 59% of us have spent money at local stores and restaurants in the past 2 weeks, specifically to help them stay afloat. And 34% of South Floridians are having food delivered from local restaurants.
Nice.
So that is good, and it'd be nice to even increase that number a little bit more. The Save Palm Beach Food movement was started by the founder of Eat Palm Beach, and their objective is to get money in the hands of local restaurants to make sure their employees can keep working while still feeding nurses, fire rescue, and police. So they're doing really good stuff. So big shout out to the Save Palm Beach Food movement and all they're doing. Big shout out to my church, Christ Fellowship. They're doing some really good stuff. They provided nearly 3,500 snack bins in 14 regional hospitals, as well as 21 local fire stations. They've done grocery shopping and provided snack bags for 350 elderly people. They hosted drive-up food distribution at their Boynton Beach campus, where they served 3,767 families in the past 2 weeks. And they supplied 1,400 bags filled with food to local schools in Boynton, Okeechobee, Port St. Lucie, and Riviera Beach. So
I figured you would know this answer, Virginia, because you're the head of all of our charity stuff. When people are donating food, because I know some people are afraid to donate food because they're afraid people are going to think there's a coronavirus on it. What's the protocol on that? If you're doing food and you're giving it away to people, by law, do you have to wipe that down for them?
I think you have to do it through a legitimate food distribution thing. You can't just give out food to people. You've got to channel it through one of these charities that is doing it.
Well, I'll tell you right now, one to look at here is Feeding South Florida. And typically what they do is they get donations from local farms and things like that. Sometimes as other stores are donating to them as well. But they are seeing, obviously, a lot more people. Before the pandemic, about 50 families a week were visiting Feeding South Florida's main distribution warehouse in Pembroke Park. And now they're getting about 400 walk-ups a day, from 50 to 400 a day. Now, Feeding South Florida is only doing drive-through appointments right now with gloved and masked volunteers loading 2 bags of frozen meat, milk, eggs, and non-perishable cans into trunks. No personal contact needed. I think they're running low on meat, too, from what I was reading. And they say from March 14th to April 3rd, donations from local retailers, mini grocery stores plummeted 75% compared to the same period a year ago. We talked about yesterday, a lot of the farmers, they're just plowing over crops that would have been good that they just can't get out of their fields.
Yeah, I went to the store yesterday, and there was a lot of stuff still out. The entire toilet paper area, gone.
Empty.
Oh, I tried to find wet wipes, gone. Like you're saying, the meats, even the vegetarian meats, were gone.
Yeah.
The Beyond Burgers, couldn't find them.
Wow.
We're right now talking to Feeding South Florida, trying to get the KVJ Volunteer Army to help them out because they're going to need some cash donations with the demand they're having and a slump in donations. They're going to have to start buying food direct from distributors, and they say it costs roughly $281,000 a week to feed 10,000 families. And there's going to be a lot of need there, so we're going to step up here hopefully very soon and start to try to fill in that need. Another positive, most Meals on Wheels volunteers are over the age of 55, meaning they're in a high-risk group. So college kids have been stepping up and filling in to make the deliveries for them.
Nice.
So they don't put themselves in harm's way. Also, some freebies out there. Wawa providing free coffee for all first responders and healthcare workers. And Miami Grill is offering healthcare workers a 25% discount on any food and beverage purchased via pickup and drive-through.
Formerly known as Miami Subs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pitbull got involved now. They now call Miami Grill. Ha, 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 ha.
It's classier.
It is. Also, Cesar's on here from Green Acres. He's got a Feel Good Friday shout-out. Who you want to shout out today, Cesar?
Good morning, KVJ.
Morning.
How y'all doing today?
Good. How you doing, bud?
Hashtag be like Dennys.
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to shout out the Palm Beach County fire rescue man. I had a situation with my mother-in-law yesterday. It's amazing to see the way that they're handling this COVID situation. It wasn't a COVID for her, but just to see the way they were handling it, to see how secure they were being to transport her to the hospital. Thankfully, she's okay. They asked us to take our precautions, so we went home and we called our daughter, and she put some Lysol in a box outside in the patio. We stripped down and we sprayed ourselves. We immediately went into the house and washed ourselves, so we did our precautions. But just to see them and the way that they're handling the situation and how they're putting themselves out there, it's incredible. These guys are amazing. Thankfully, my mother-in-law is doing okay. But it's just amazing how these people, these men, these women, they used to fire, everybody is just kind of putting themselves out there. And it's scary. I mean, you see this guy coming in full hazmat suit, not knowing what he's walking into, assuming the worst.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was a really cool moment. It was scary, but also cool at the same time to see that they're taking that precaution with her.
Yeah.
They're taking that precaution with everybody.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It is amazing, just the heroism that you're seeing from so many individuals throughout the world, and especially here in South Florida. A couple of more positives here. Shay is on from Lake Worth. You got a Feel Good Friday for us, Shay?
I sure do. Because of this whole COVID-19, we didn't get to go to Lackland for our daughter's basic training graduation from the Air Force, so we had to live stream it yesterday. Well, about an hour after that, my phone starts ringing, and I got to video chat with her for 3 hours. So that was my Feel Good Friday. Sorry, I'm being too guys.
Aw, no, that's beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah, that's great that you're able to do that.
Get to see her in the next couple of months.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's really cool.
So
yeah.
I just wanted to share that with y'all.
And I think your daughter deserves a
USA,
USA,
what?
USA. Yeah.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. That's one of the tough things is just all the graduations that kids are having to miss, whether it be, from elementary to high school to college to our armed services.
College probably a little bit more important than elementary. Elementary, I barely even remember doing
They're
math.
all special.
You're right.
And it does suck.
You're right.
Hopefully we'll have a lot of make goods.
Mm-hmm. I want to put a call out here, too, to try to help a local principal. The president of the Palm Beach Maritime School is fighting for his life in ICU due to COVID-19. He is a beloved member of our community, and the family is looking for any help finding somebody who has tested positive with COVID-19 and is recovered to donate blood. Jan had sent this in to us, and we've got a contact. If, we'll be the conduit there. So we don't have to give out any digits and make it complicated. But if you know somebody, they are looking for somebody to try to save a life.
So basically someone that recovered from COVID?
They're doing that a lot now. Yeah. I know the mayor of Miami, he had done that. He recovered, and then he donated plasma, and then they take that plasma, and there's one particular person they gave his plasma to try to help them recover.
The gentleman you're speaking of, from what I understand, is absolutely beloved in the community.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we would love to try to be able to help out there if you can. That would be absolutely amazing. Please do that. Russo is on here, wants to do a quick little shout out. This is for your nephews, Russo.
You got it, buddy. Forget about it. How you doing?
Yeah, we're doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I wish the Yankees were on, but that's not going to happen. I want to say hello to my nephews I miss so much, Mikey and Gio Russo, and my mom for beating cancer. I can't feel no better on a Friday.
All right.
That's
I
good
like
stuff.
It. Good
All
energy.
right.
I love it.
No old Mikey there. He's a good little ball player.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. And also wanted to let you know about a KVJ Cares page that we would love for you to check out. The amazing Terry, who has been a big part of KVJ Nation and really been a cheerleader and organizer for it. He needs a procedure to free him of a colostomy bag, and he must get the procedure in 6 months or it's going to be stuck with him for life.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's an expensive procedure, and he doesn't have insurance. A friend of his has set up a GoFundMe page, and it is on our KVJ Cares page. If you go to kvjshow.com, you can go there and give some money to the amazing Terry, and I wish him the best. He texted me today he had to go back into the hospital, so he's having complications from that.
Oh,
so.
boy.
Yeah, so we're rooting for you, bud.
Yes, definitely.
Sucks.
Yeah.
He's been a part of a lot of our bits.
Yes, he has.
Indeed.
Been a big part of our family, so we're going to do everything that we can there. And also, today is the final day. We're doing a showcase on Adopt-A-Bartender. So we got a couple more to check out. You can go to kvjshow.com and use Venmo to drop them some virtual tips as well. Coming up here in a couple minutes, you realize it's not only Feel Good Friday, but it is just Good Friday. On top of it, this is a big holiday for many Christians all throughout the world today. And we always love being educational here on the KVJ show. And you don't even have to be like Christian to play this because it is a 50-50 game here. It is called Cruci-Fact or Cruci-fiction.
I like what you did.
Yes, you're going to learn a little something about the Christian holiday of Easter coming up next.
It's time to gain some knowledge. You learn more here than you would in college. We're the smartest radio station. We are the leaders in education. Is it truth? Is it lies? Kevin's the host. He's got beady eyes. Fact or fiction?
Yeah, well, happy Good Friday. Today is a big Christian holiday and a big Christian weekend coming off of everything going on. Also, too, we just had Passover as well, so there's a lot of, whether you be Christian or Jewish, there is a lot of things that you've had to celebrate here. It's been probably very interesting for you to celebrate this year with the quarantine going on the way that it is. They said now probably only 25% of people will be observing an Easter service. So it's going to be different because typically a lot of people would get dressed up and they'd have the Easter meal and all that kind of good stuff. Just kind of like put it in like to perspective. I forgot I just deleted out on my calendar. I was looking through yesterday. I'm like, well, got nothing this weekend. I saw we were going to go to Polo on Sunday, Virginia.
Aw.
Yeah.
You were also going to go to my crawfish festival tomorrow.
Oh, man, you can't go to Polo or the Crawfish Festival? First world problems.
You weren't invited.
I'm never invited to Polo. I don't know if I even own a Polo.
So here's what we got.
It's
for
not
you.
a celebration of the shirt.
You know what I mean, though.
So for it being Good Friday today, got a very educational game for you called Cruci-Fact or Cruci-fiction. It's our regular fact or fiction, just having to do with the holiday of Easter. Let's see who is a little bit more religious, Virginia or Jaybird.
Okay.
Got off.
It
All
is.
right.
Oh, basically it is.
Go bless yourself.
Yeah. Okay, what do you think here, Virginia? We'll start with you. Fact or fiction? Easter is the third most important holiday in the Christian religion. Is that fact or is that fiction?
Easter is third. Okay, so I'm thinking baby Jesus is one. Getting born.
New Year's Eve.
Born.
New Year's Eve is not number two. Ugh. No, I think Easter is not third. I think it's higher.
You think it's higher?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to go fiction on that?
Fiction.
Okay, you are correct.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's one of the big ones.
Yes, it is. In fact, it is the biggest. It is the oldest and most important.
Okay.
Though Christmas gets a little bit more publicity, but yeah, Easter is ranking out at number one.
We know why. The presents. It's all about, dude, it's the presents.
Yeah. But you got candy for Easter.
It's the presents, though.
The presents. Okay. All right, Jaybird, let's see how you do here. Cruci-Fact or Cruci-fiction? Easter is named after Eoster, the German goddess of spring.
That is such a Kevin made-up fact. Definitely fact. I mean, fiction.
What?
Fiction. It's fiction.
What is it?
It's fiction.
I don't know how you can make a 50-50 game so difficult. Final answer is...
It's fiction, my friend.
Is fiction. Okay, good.
What?
Yeah.
What a terrible 10 seconds of radio.
That was just... Not played well.
All the glory of the no-name movie game out the window.
Wiped away.
Yeah. Yeah, it actually started as a pagan holiday.
Oh, well, I'm learning.
Yes.
You should quiz me to see if I retain.
He won't.
Fact or fiction for you, Virginia. The tradition of Easter eggs actually came from the Egyptians.
Egyptians?
Yeah, our Easter
I
eggs.
feel like they would like an egg.
Like, they hide stuff like in a tomb.
Yeah. I'm going to say fact.
Is there a question mark at the end of that?
With confidence.
With little confidence, fact.
Fact. Okay, yes. That is correct. In Egypt, eggs were associated with death and rebirth. And the early Christians in Mesopotamia borrowed the tradition and stained their eggs red in memory of the blood of Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Fascinating.
See, you're learning. All right, Cruci-Fact or Cruci-fiction, Jaybird. Before the rabbit, the goat was the official animal of Easter. Fact or fiction? What do you think?
The goat. Does the goat feel good? The goat don't feel good. The goat don't feel good. Yeah. Fiction. No, wait. It's always been the rabbit.
What?
It's always
What
been,
are you talking
it's always,
about?
Fact.
Fact. Okay.
Damn it.
What? It's amazing how he struggles with this game.
Kevin, I'm telling you, true or false in school. I never did well. I never did. I always guessed wrong.
Yes, no, it is fiction. The goat has not been associated as an official animal of Easter. But the idea of the Easter bunny giving candies and eggs is said to have originated in Germany during the Middle Ages, with the first written mention of his tradition dating back to the 16th century. And then it was the Dutch settlers in Pennsylvania that brought the Easter bunny to the United States in the 1700s.
Oh.
So there you go.
Fact or fiction? Cadbury eggs are gross. Fact. That's a fact.
Is it?
That's a fact.
Okay.
Some people like them.
Yeah. Fact or fiction here, Virginia. Cruci-Fact or fiction. The White House Easter egg roll was canceled for the first time this year since its creation in 1878 due to the coronavirus.
That's a fiction. It has been canceled before.
Virginia for a perfect score. Wow. Perfect score in the God off. Yes, and you got it right for the right reason, Virginia. It's fiction. This is going to be the first time it's been canceled in 68 years. But it has been canceled before. Typically, for almost a decade plus around World War II, they did not do the Easter egg roll.
I get it.
Oh, you're so spiritual.
Jaybird, you have not gotten one right yet. Okay.
Come on, Spirit. Don't fail me now.
Okay. Final one, Cruci-Fact or Cruci-fiction here.
Don't blow it.
I'm gonna try to invoke Spirit to give me the right answer.
This is something I think that would be right up your alley. You love Guinness World Records and you love Easter egg hunts.
I do. Guilty as charged.
Okay, so this is right up your alley. According to Guinness, the largest ever Easter egg hunt was held in Florida. Is that fact or fiction? Largest ever in Florida.
And I'm only going to say yes, fact, because at Kelsey Park in Lake Park, Florida.
You think Kelsey Park holds the record?
No, but I just saw what they did at that small park, and people were fighting, and it was crowded, and it was over the top, so I would only
So you think Florida goes crazy for an Easter egg hunt?
The fever at Kelsey Park had to have just spread all over Florida. Fact, my man, with confidence.
To get on the board, Jaybird, it is a fact. Yes. Nice work. 9,753 children searched for 501,000 eggs at the Cypress Gardens Adventure Park in Winter Haven on April 1st, 2007.
I really love the idea of an adult Easter egg hunt.
Me too.
You were talking about how you were going to make me one. Was that lies? Because I really got ginned up about it.
I do have little presents for you. You want me to hide them around the studio?
Oh my gosh, Kevin! Yes, of course.
In
Come
my
on,
purse,
you have to ask this guy?
In my purse right now, I have 5 little presents for you.
That is just a fun Easter egg hunt. Do you have eggs?
I didn't bring the eggs.
Makeshift eggs. We can figure that we can do this.
I'll tie them in little knots.
Love it. I can get there.
Well, this social distancing has got people separated, and all they want is to be touched. Now they're posting up anywhere that you can find a social forum to try to get some attention and still make that connection. Apparently, they're not worried about catching the coronavirus or basically any other communicable disease.
Well, it is Craigslist.
Yeah. Or wherever people are finding some of these things.
It's lawless on Craigslist, man.
There are a lot of people going with the Tiger King theme. I've had 3 posts, and I thought this was a repeat, but apparently it's not.
And you're right that you had the study or the stat the other day. Tiger King porn is up through the roof, Virginia.
Is it really?
You've been doing the research?
I read the articles.
I think you watch the videos.
I read the yeah, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Articles.
This is called Move Over Tiger King, I'm King Cobra.
Oh.
It's a male seeking a male here. It says, move over, Tiger King. You've been dethroned. Look out for King Cobra. I got my nickname, well, because I got a dong as long and as mighty as a cobra.
Oh.
Looking for some adventurous sex? Well, King Cobra is just what you're looking for. I'm doing some cam work currently because of the coronavirus, but don't worry. You'll see plenty of my King Cobra. I offer up the best and most unique erotica. I use whips, I use chains and handcuffs, and of course, chocolate strawberries. This King Cobra won't bite you either, unless that's what you're into. Hiss. We all have a freak flag. Why don't you let King Cobra help you wave it? When this epidemic is over, you can even come over and check out King Cobra's sex cage.
Not gonna lie, but somebody is in the zone today.
Well,
you're in the pocket, my man.
I wanted to be King Cobra.
You are in the pocket. I was there. I could see him.
You are King Cobra, Kevin.
I could see King Cobra.
You could. It's scary.
You made a story come to life.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm giddy for...
It's twisted story time, and the kids are drinking beer over here.
Cheers.
And you're wearing an eye patch.
It's gone to hell. I'm just giddy for story 2, Virginia.
Well, this one is titled, I Love Pain, Pleasure, and You Making Fun of Its Size. Okay.
Did you write this one?
No, but maybe I can relate.
No. This is a male seeking non-judgmental women.
Good luck.
Do those exist?
That does not exist, my man.
So he wants a unicorn.
He writes here,
I'm into humiliation. I'm looking for someone to tell me what a worthless piece of crap I really am. And if you want to burn me with your cigarettes, so be it. I love all kinds of pain with my pleasure. I love emotional pain, so please make fun of how small my wiener is. I also love physical pain, so feel free to walk on my back with your heels. I live in Fort Lauderdale, and this quarantining has got me so horny. I could give 2 S-bombs about this coronavirus, so if you're brave enough to come over, I'll be brave enough to get naughty AF. I'm under 1 inch, so please feel free to humiliate me in your email.
Under 1 inch?
Virginia.
I mean, that has to be like a medical record, right?
There's a term. It's called micropenis. It's a real term. MP.
That thing's like an elevator button.
It is. It's a small percentage of people that walk the planet, but yet it's a real thing.
Huh.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. We went from King Cobra to we are really going at
King Snail.
both ends of the dong spectrum here today. It's amazing that we got such breadth and diversity.
Do you think anybody goes to that person's house? Does he get any takers?
Yes.
A lot?
Probably does.
Probably a lot of takers.
I would say under 5, but that's still too many.
That's a lot, man. 5 people to respond to that madness? That's a lot.
Will they do an exit interview? Because that's who I want to hear from.
I do want to talk.
I am just as much into that as I am Tiger King. I want to hear.
I mean, I'm so excited for story 3.
I got to thank whoever it was in Fort Lauderdale that has been perusing there. They sent us another one here from Fort Lauderdale. This is a man seeking any legal adult. And the misconnections here today. What's it called? Watch Me Poo.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. I'll make this short and sweet. Just like when strangers watch me poop. You don't have to say a word, just watch. And then you can leave or stay and see where it goes from there. If you're looking for something normal, please move along. Normal is not sexy. I'm looking for serious applicants only. Inbox me if you want to watch me deuce from a distance.
Kevin.
Kevin.
That was terrible.
No.
Your delivery was great, but
I did. Yeah, I
the
did.
sentiment.
I really saw all the time like.
You know, you remind me of a perverted, twisted Batman. Fetish Batman. You're By the way, this might have been one of your better rounds ever.
I don't know.
This quarantine's got you just, nailing it.
I feel like I went one too far.
One.
Okay, maybe 3 too
You
far.
probably could have stopped after the first.
we are all going to think about that later.
All right, well, jeez. So when does the world open back up again? Not really sure, but I can tell you when it's going to be closed to. Universal Parks is now announced they are going to be closed at least through May 31st. So you've got this month and next before you could even think about going into a theme park. And those are going to be the places that are going to be most tough. There was a small survey that was done. The sample size was, I think, under 1,000 people. It was Seton Hall University that did it. And they asked people, okay, would you go back into a stadium before they have a vaccine for the coronavirus? And like 74% of the people said no. So that'll let you know that 74% of any stadium is not going to go in there until a vaccine is there. And that's what I was saying. And then probably the next time you're going to see a football stadium with 70,000 plus people in it, there's going to be a vaccine for the coronavirus as you're trying to figure out a timetable.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy to think about, but yeah, you're right.
It is kind of crazy. And, you know, you've been asking too, how are little things going to change for us? And we were talking a little bit about now being required to wear some of the masks. Delray, Boca, Miramar, Miami, and Miami Beach have now all issued orders requiring everyone to wear a mask while shopping or working at stores.
Yeah, I was at Publix yesterday, and I would say it was probably 60-40 of people wearing masks, but there was still a lot of people not wearing masks. A lot of people just going up and hugging people.
What?
Yeah, man, there was still a lot of that going on. Close talking.
You had a mask on yesterday?
I did, yes. I didn't have my lion hat. I had a real mask.
Oh, you had a real mask. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to breathe.
That's probably smart.
Yeah.
Breathing's a good thing.
You want your present?
Oh, okay.
5 custom-made masks just for you.
Wow.
No way.
Look at that.
This might be the new thing. People are rocking trendy masks. And you're bored, you're at home.
A stormtrooper mask.
Yeah.
Stormtrooper.
Wow.
No way.
There's one with comic books. You open them up.
Kellogg's Raisin Bran? That's amazing.
There's cereal. There's beer.
Darth Vader. Baseball.
Yeah.
This is great. I love it.
You got one for every day of the week.
Oh, I am so tickled pink.
Thank
you.
My friend Susie has been making those. She runs all the foundation at Bach Middle School of the Arts, and she's been making those and donating them.
Oh, that's great.
She's not charging for them. She's donating them, and so she made those just for you.
I love it, Susie.
And her man drew you a nice little "Stay safe, Jay Bird."
Do you want breakfast, Virginia? It's on the bird. What do you want?
I'm good.
Want hash browns?
I'm good. Want me to show you how to do it?
Am I wrong?
Yes. So wrong.
Am I close, Kevin?
No.
I want to see what Virginia does with it there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to open it up a little bit.
Gotta open it up.
Yeah, they come condensed, and then
You gotta cover your nose and your mouth.
That Darth Vader's popping.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Oh, Bird, look how cute you look.
Where are people getting masks if they're not making them?
That's a great question because every place is like sold out.
So I can tell you what I saw. I saw a lot of people using makeshift.
I don't know if you can talk on the radio and.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta open it all the way up.
There we go. That's pretty good.
That's great. There
was a lot of people using makeshift masks with handkerchiefs.
Yeah,
it looked like T-shirts. A lot of people wearing glasses, sunglasses.
Yeah, everybody's got kind of a different style. So I mean, is that going to be something? It's spreading throughout South Florida town, so might be a good weekend to get your mask together if you don't have one, because you may be right. Before this is all said and done, the 3 counties, Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, are probably going to be looking at the same kind of restrictions, and it's starting to spread throughout those 3 counties. With there's a town in each county now that is requiring you to order or to wear those masks while shopping or working at stores, and it applies to delivery people as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so if you're in one of those towns, you got to have a mask on.
I even saw people walking their dogs with masks on.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, people all over the place.
I love these. I'm so tickled pink. I'm so pumped right now.
They're hard to talk with them on.
Okay, I'll take it off. I'll take it off.
When you're out in public, you're not talking anyway.
Yeah.
I actually am.
I'm an idiot. I still look at people and smile, but people can't see you. So just stop. Just go about your business. Don't try to talk and smile. Get in and get out.
I am mask rich up in here.
Yeah, you are. And taking your temperature might be something too. They probably are going to have the gun like what we had, but I think especially when you're talking about sporting events and going to a theme park, I think that's probably what they're going to do. They're going to zap everybody's forehead, see what your temperature is, and if you're over 100.4, then you are not going to get into places. That's going to be the new, oh my gosh, could you imagine you go to a theme park, you don't realize it, and somebody is over 100.4 and you can't get in now because somebody's running hot?
Well, hopefully they take your temperature before they take your credit card.
Oh, no, they'll take your credit card first.
Damn
Because
it.
they want to put you in that issue where you've paid for everything. You're already there in the hotel and everything. You're walking into the park and they zap your little 8-year-old and they're at 100.5. And they're like, sorry.
But honestly, with or without Corona, you shouldn't be at a theme park if you have a 104 temperature anyway. What are you doing?
100.4.
Oh. I'm drinking a little beer. I'm excited about the masks.
Yeah.
My thoughts are just erasing right now.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. I thought 104 was kind of high.
100.4.
I'm back. I get it.
Luckily, I'm at 96.9. I'm good. I'm healthy. I'm ready to go. Virginia, you're at 97. Jay Bird at 97.4. He's the hottest member of the show.
We knew that, though.
Yeah.
I run a little hot with these thoughts.
Denny's 97.3 and Suits is 97.2. We all sound like radio stations.
Yeah, we
really
do.
Something about that 97, we really like. We can't get away from that frequency, can we? No. Or that temperature. It's just very odd.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
A mystery has been solved. The other day in the Whacked Out News, I gave you a mystery. People in Flagler County were opening up their mailboxes to find a very interesting Easter egg that included a fish-shaped cracker, a sheet of toilet paper, a powdered drink mix, and a crumbled up pornographic image.
I mean, this is some bizarre stuff.
It's not how the Easter Bunny intended for it to go down.
But are you deliberately trying to be bizarre, or is there a motive behind your madness?
Well, that's what everybody was asking. Like, who would do this and why? Now we know. The Who is 42-year-old Abril Sestani. She has been arrested in this case for putting 400 Easter eggs filled with porn in mailboxes around Flagler County. And then she put the flag up on the mailbox. Big, ding, you got porn.
400?
400. She was a busybody.
What was that first item you said? Was that a cracker?
A fish-shaped cracker. I assume it was one of the
Goldfish, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so weird.
It's so random and bizarre, and it was consistent with each egg.
She's a weirdo, man.
Was she trying to be weird on purpose, or was there a method behind it?
I think she needs to be taken to a mental health facility for evaluation.
Not if she was doing it for attention. At that point, she's a catfisher.
400 of them?
400,
You
yeah.
know how long it would take to stuff 400 eggs?
400 radio stations are talking about her. She's getting what she wants. Now, I see what you're saying.
I think she's crazy.
She could have mental problems, or she could be. I need more details.
Okay, well, we know the who. Here's the why. She wanted to educate people on the need for churches and pastors to give money to the less fortunate.
We missed your message.
Okay, all right. I'm probably with Virginia.
Sistani worked at Publix, and then she would deliver the eggs after her shift ended. So she had a very busy day.
Yes, she did.
Now, she got identified through tips coming into the police, and they used home surveillance video to catch her.
You do 400 eggs, you're going to get busted.
Yeah.
So what was with the pornographic part? Where does that factor in?
You're going to have to talk to this woman.
That is the
who
interview I want to do.
Might be a little...
Would you do that interview? Is that an interview you would take, or no?
Sure.
Yeah, I'd like
Not
to...
live. Not live, no. We're not going to put her on a radio live, but...
I don't know. That might be kind of a rush, man.
Put her on the podcast live.
yeah, put her on the podcast. I would like to talk.
Yeah, that would probably work a little bit better. Yeah, crazy stuff. She's being held on $7,000 bond and charged with violating the statewide stay-at-home order and at least 11 counts of distributing obscene material.
Huh.
That's what the official charge is going to be. So, hey, there you go. The mystery has been solved, y'all. And that's what was going down. Cops in Iowa said a woman wandered into the police station over the weekend, and they said she was showing signs of impatience, some erratic behavior, emotional issues were starting to spring forward. She seemed paranoid, and she was profusely sweating. And they said, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Not really. I've been smoking meth." They said, "Okay, can we help you?" "Yes, I believe that my meth has COVID-19 on it. Could you test it?" Sure. They did.
My goodness.
Luckily, it came back negative for COVID-19. It did come back positive for very high-powered meth. There was also marijuana mixed in with it. And she also had drug paraphernalia in her possession, so she's been arrested. Interesting
What was
stuff.
that thought process that brought her there? Like, how did she work that one out? Did someone tell her to do it, or was she flying solo?
That's a great question. Another interview I think we need, man.
Yeah.
This is who KVJ wants to speak with.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good podcast. Interview the whacked out news people.
Another interesting story. A naked woman was found in a van at an animal shelter in Missouri eating dog treats.
Oh, my.
When the cops got there, they found the woman naked, wrapped in a feces-covered blanket.
Oh, Kevin.
Interview?
She had eaten multiple individually wrapped dog treats, and she told the cops that she had spent the night in the vehicle.
Is she single? Bird?
I would like
Very.
to talk. I would like to
Very
talk with
single.
her, though.
Very single. They said that she was under the influence of narcotics, and they took her into protective custody and had to call her family. My daughter is in a van. Yeah, okay. She was naked. Covered in a feces blanket. And she was eating dog treats.
Again?
I mean, what a call that must be.
Maybe she's having some kind of psychosis where she thinks she's one of the animals.
Or maybe she's on a ton of drugs.
Yeah, this could be it. A 32-year-old woman in Fort Pierce attacked her boyfriend with a vacuum cleaner when he wouldn't give her more vodka.
I get it.
Yeah, okay.
Would that even hurt?
Come off the vodka.
I don't think a vacuum could hurt me.
Let's go.
Okay.
You don't?
Challenge accepted.
I don't unless you took it and threw it off my head. But if you just suck, no.
I need you to blindfold and strip down and just stand there.
Strip down to what?
I mean,
just in my underwear. Yeah, I don't. Challenge for Monday. There's no way Virginia could hurt me.
I'll show you 101 different ways I can hurt you with a vacuum cleaner.
Bring it on, baby.
You'll walk out of here limping.
Or dead.
And bleeding.
It ain't pain if I'm smiling.
Yeah. What are we doing? We're falling into his trap, Kevin.
I know, you're right.
He
I
loves
told you he's a
that.
masochist.
He
There's
loves
no
it.
doubt he loves it.
Why don't you bring
He gets off on
bring
it.
that vacuum in on Monday? Let's see.
I love your vacuum.
Let's see if we can make the bird squawk.
Of course he wants that. Yeah, you're right. Don't feed into it. That's exactly what he wants.
We almost fell into his trap.
Everybody feels sorry about Jay Bird and all the pain he goes, don't feel sorry. He loves it.
Try to make the bird squawk.
Yeah. Well, there's strong evidence that the conspiracy theory that the coronavirus is caused by 5G technology is being pushed as a coordinated disinformation campaign by an unknown country that rhymes with the word Bussia.
You mean, wait, somebody's got an agenda?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Apparently they're working on fake news again here. There's a video of people in Indonesia jumping off a ferry after hearing that some people on board had coronavirus symptoms.
Oh, damn. Hopefully the water wasn't rough.
To the water! There's a pair of crooks that made their way into a deli in Brooklyn. You knew this was going to start being a problem, and they stole the cash register along with 3 dozen Red Bulls. All they used for their get-up was N95 masks. Yep. It's going to be hard to know the people who are just trying to stay away from a virus and who are trying to steal 3 dozen Red Bull.
You're right.
Dang.
Yep. A guy in the UK who was busted for driving 130 miles per hour said he was speeding to avoid the coronavirus. People are jumping off ferries or driving fast.
He's outrunning it?
Does it chase you in its car?
Yes.
That's horrifying.
Not going to catch me.
Good Lord.
I mean, that sneeze, they say, can go 26 feet. Got to get in your car and drive fast.
Again, low ball on my sneeze.
And finally, a vigilante in California tracked down a hit-and-run driver, beat him up, tied him to a telephone pole, and then told the cops where to find him. However, I don't think you're allowed to be your own Batman. They frown on that. That's called vigilanteism, and it is still a crime. So,
But was the guy really a hit-and-run driver?
they don't even know.
If he indeed was, I'm okay with it.
Because, I mean, if we accepted this kind of behavior, you could just find your brother Ted, and you could, like, tie him to a telephone pole and put a note on him that says, hit-and-run driver, right next to his car. I didn't do anything.
I have a brother, Ted.
Do it.
He hasn't hit and run, though.
No, do not email my brother.
Don't email your brother. I don't have his address. You're fine.
No, I'm talking to other people.
Nobody knows your brother's email.
Okay.
He's been drinking. I'm sorry about my friend. It's Friday.
At least he's not in a feces-covered dog blanket.
That's a positive.
Yet.
It's Quarantine Friday, baby.
Yeah.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
We had seen yesterday that apparently marijuana consumption is an all-time high. That's amazing, and it's not even April 20th yet. Can you imagine what's going to be in another 10 days?
Yeah, 10 days out from that holiday that Dennys plans on celebrating big style.
I wonder where that ranks on his calendar when you've got birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas. Where does the date 420 rank in your life? Is that a top 5 event for you annually?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's something I've been celebrating for a while now.
Bigger than St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 420 is very special.
420, I prefer over St. Patrick's Day, honestly.
Yeah, I was wondering. Okay.
I
figured you might.
used to be a bigger drinker. I mean,
Yeah.
Now it's just all the amateurs come out on St. Patrick's Day.
it
and
gets tougher.
It does get tougher. Mm-hmm. I just think that the pot people are so much more mellow than the drinking people. You don't see people on pot fist fighting.
Well, the only time they'll fight is because someone took the last slice of pizza.
That's what gets them going, huh?
I was in Boulder for 420 one year, and it was insane out there. It was so chill. Everybody was just partying. There was people juggling, playing music in the streets. It was kind of the opposite of St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
No fights or anything. Cops are cool.
A fight sounds like this, dude. man, and that's pretty much it.
That was it, huh?
Yeah, the only bummer about the quarantine is the supply starts to dwindle a little bit just because you can't re-up as much and all that fun stuff.
Interesting.
And you got a little more time to yourself.
Well, it's like, I think you were even saying with your liquor, that's your vice. You were running a little low.
Yeah. I needed to get some, and I was just checking some stuff on social media. There's somebody in Pennsylvania, they said, you think you got it bad? Our liquor stores have been closed for a month now.
Really?
Oh, dang.
I could not even imagine that. Wow.
What, you're driving over state line.
Oh, that would be tough. I'm definitely making some violations of the stay-at-home.
I bet people drove past state line to go get liquor.
I feel like you have to.
Yeah.
If you're a guy or girl that likes to have a drink and there's no liquor stores open in the whole state.
Well, I just wonder, because we all like a cocktail, but is that everybody? Would a lot of people drive past state line to go get liquor?
It's everybody I know.
I know, but I hear you.
I run with pirates, though.
That's exactly it. I'm wearing an eye patch.
You bought 4 gallons of vodka yesterday. And that is not a lie.
Exhibit A, Your Honor.
Was that all
she
you
runs
bought?
with pirates.
No, I bought whiskey for myself.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
4 gallons of vodka and how many gallons of whiskey?
I just bought 2 bottles of whiskey.
The big jug.
I bought a Jameson, and I bought a Jameson Black, I believe.
Ooh.
It's classier.
Somebody's looking to impress.
Oh, yeah.
Denny's.
I'm looking to impress Chewy. I want him to know I'm becoming a mature drinker.
Yes. Well, we got another round with the marijuana consumption going on. There's probably a lot of people that might be stoned right now working from home. So we've got producer Dennys Knows When You're High coming up here. Now you can play either if you're high or even if you're not. Dennys has this amazing ability, probably because he celebrates 420 every day. He can just tell if somebody is high or if they're not high. It's amazing. Rarely does he ever miss. So it's a fun little challenge for you to see if somehow he could be stumped. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. You can call us up right now. Now, the thing that is kind of tough for people that are smoking a lot of marijuana, and if you've just replenished your liquor cabinets, is you may realize that your hair is getting a little shaggy. And maybe you realize you need a haircut, yet you've just had 5 glasses of vodka.
Ooh, not the time.
Not the time. But, you see where things can go awry. Now, I was trying to, shave my wolf neck today, and so I'm getting to the point where, I missed a hair appointment earlier this week, and at some point, I'm going to have to decide when I'm going to do that virtual hair appointment with Hair Club.
Right now,
I just don't know that I trust anybody.
Kevin,
yet.
It's so weird you say that. I lead the league in wolf neck right now. I was going to ask Virginia if she,
I'll clean you up. I'll clean up both of you.
I need to clean up.
Just don't give me the trimmers you use on your balls. Give me some other ones. I don't want to touch your ball trimmer, dude.
Yeah, I would never give you my nard trimmers.
Okay.
But before you have Virginia cut your hair, can I present something that might change your mind? A photo of her 4-year-old son, Rocco, and the haircut that she gave him. So,
okay,
this is the person you've just committed to cutting your hair and cleaning you up. If you're watching Kvj Tv right now on YouTube, you can see what Virginia did to her son Rocco's hair.
He's real squirrely. He won't sit still. And so literally I have to randomly throughout the day cut one piece and then he runs.
He kind of looks like a surfer skater dude, man. It kind of got that little wave.
I was trying to do feathering, but it went the opposite way.
Is that what that is?
It just looks jagged.
So you gave Magnolia a mullet back in the day.
I did.
Yeah, it's not even on the bangs. You gotta. Well, that's actually not that good.
It looks like a saw blade.
He kept running away. He would not let me finish. So I was just like, all right.
I want to cut it so bad. I could do some things. I could do some real good things.
He'd probably let you cut it before he'd sit still for me. He's enamored by you.
I would love to trim them bangs. Is it still like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you cut my neck.
I don't think you could make it worse than what Virginia's done.
No. You absolutely are going to be an improvement.
I'll cut his hair. You cut my neck, and we will do this thing.
Cut your neck?
He means the wolf neck on the back.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He doesn't want me to slice open his throat.
Or trim my hair, I should say. Yeah, it's a terrible way of saying it. Yeah, don't cut my neck.
I wouldn't. It's very gruesome.
According to a new survey, 49% of people are going to be rocking home haircuts during the quarantine.
And it's just going to get worse and worse.
Yeah.
The longer we go, the more desperate you become. And then you have a few drinks and you're like, well, maybe I could do this.
Yeah, where are you? I know you were kind of struggling. You had a whole hair dilemma. Are you going to go to hair club?
I had an appointment this week, and I am going to have to decide when I'm going to maybe do the virtual appointment, because that's what they would do.
So
is have somebody that the hairdresser I normally go to would be on FaceTime talking through somebody who would be doing what they say.
I mean, the bird is ready, Coach.
Yeah.
Baby cakes.
Put him in.
Baby cakes. I ain't got them shakes. I am ready to do this thing.
Yeah.
Sturdy.
Probably going to go to a ball cap sometime next week. And then, at some point, maybe I'll say, okay.
I think you look very political right now. I think your hair is on point.
It's holding up. It's holding up right now. Everything's all good. And I think probably a lot of people might be where I am. Maybe if you got a haircut right before the quarantine kicked in, you're still kind of okay, but it's getting to the point where, okay, I need a little trimming here and there.
I need a trim.
Yeah, yours is getting long. I love it.
He came in the other morning real quick at that 5:30 a.m. and scared me and Dennys. He came in like Kramer, and his hair is sticking
It's
straight up like Kramer.
Jerry!
Yeah. 15% of people say that they've already gotten a haircut from somebody at home. And another 16% say they haven't yet, but they probably will. And 18% say that they already cut their hair at home anyway. So a lot of people are going to be doing that probably this weekend, the home haircuts. And we posted up the photo of Rocco. It is on the KVJ Show Facebook page. You can see it. And people are posting their kids' haircuts. Some of them really good. Some of them not so much. So you cutting your kid's hair too, you can go share that photo with us on the KVJ Show Facebook page.
The other funny photo was the one where Rock was behind the bars on the stairs.
Yeah.
You're like, I hope this is in the future.
Foreshadowing.
Yes. We say that marijuana consumption is at an all-time high in America right now. I think because of some legalization that has gone on for medical marijuana, but also this quarantine, people are like, all right, I got nothing else to do. I'm going to toke up, baby. So we got another round of producer Dennys knows when you're high. He can sniff it out. He can just tell. We're going to see if anybody can stump him here today. And we start off with Brett and Stewart. Hello, Brett.
Hey, good morning, KBJ.
Yeah, how you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing? Quarantining up? What?
Are you bleeping yourself because you're cursing?
Yes. Self-censored. I like that. It's nice. Okay. All right, Denny's got a couple questions here for you. He just wants to get a read on whether he thinks you're high or not. What you got for him, Denny's?
First question for you. If you could have anyone from history be your imaginary friend, who would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Imaginary friend. I think I'm gonna have to go with Bob Marley, man. To be honest with you, I've always wanted to meet that dude, and I think he'd be a pretty cool guy to hang around.
Oh, okay. A big stoner icon.
I like it.
Right.
But is that to throw off the scent?
Okay.
Keep sniffing, Dennis.
Yeah. Let's see here. If you were the star of a reality TV show, what would you name it?
What would I name it?
Based on what you do in life. Just kind of like what your reality show would be about.
The kind of show you would win.
Mine would be like Getting High with Dennys or something.
Very original.
Oh, man. That's a good one. Man, I got nothing off the top of my head right now.
Oh, okay. Stumped. All right.
And maybe that's the whole theme of it.
That one, man.
Yeah. Well, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to stump you. Let's see here. Well, let's throw out a third one here. See if I can get a feel. If you could add anyone from history, fiction, nonfiction, anything. If you could add anyone to Mount Rushmore, who would you add?
Ooh, okay.
Anyone to Mount Rushmore. Well, I guess let's go ahead and piss everybody off and say Donald Trump.
Whoa! All right. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Piss everybody.
Wow. Yeah.
You didn't piss off everybody.
Yeah. Half are happy. Yeah.
Half love it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Brett.
Tell him.
Okay, Denny's, what do you think? Is Brett high here or not?
I'm not getting a high vibe. The Bob Marley answer kind of
Too much?
a little too much.
Too
Okay.
much?
Brett, are you high or not?
I am not.
Ah. There you go.
His responsible voice, you know.
Yeah,
He
does.
did.
he did.
Yeah,
He sounded
does.
really like put together.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh. All right,
And then
very
I
nice.
thought he threw in a fake stoner laugh in there, too, at
Oh,
one point.
I'm trying to just trip up Denny's over here. Okay, Denny's gets another one. Thank you, Brett. Got Alex on here from Jupiter. We're going to try to guess if Alex is high. Hello, Alex.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
She's doing great. That's so good to hear. It's Friday. She's doing great.
She's
fantastic.
high. She's definitely high.
There's no way she's not high. She's definitely
know
high.
that.
I would
Come
bet
on.
anything on
We
it.
do not know that.
Just by the 3 words she has spoken.
No, come on.
I'm leaning one way.
Okay. Denny's, what do you want to ask Alex here?
Here, Alex, if you were a flavor, what flavor would it be?
Probably coffee flavored
Oh.
because I like coffee.
So does Denny's.
Yeah, took
Okay.
a lot of it.
All right. Stoner beverage. Okay.
Let's see here. Alex, what do you think's the largest animal you could take on in a wrestling match?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Probably like a large sized dog.
Bigger or smaller than a St. Bernard?
St. Bernard's probably it.
That's
Okay.
That's about the
Okay.
max.
That's her
the
match.
level.
That's
That's too big. I feel like I could totally. I mean, I could school Chewy, but a Saint Bernard, no.
I mean, come on.
Well, he's blind. He can barely.
I
Yeah.
would bring the pain.
He's losing his
yeah, he's not his
hearing.
prime right now.
Yeah, he's losing his sense of smell. And
Yeah.
anything else you want to say about my dying dog?
I'd work him
you
over.
evil witch.
Yes.
It's rough.
As you were, Dave.
Okay, we're trying to figure out if Alex is high here or not.
All right.
Got important work to do.
Final question for Alex here. If you could turn the ocean into any other liquid besides salt water, what would you pick?
Ooh.
I do Hawaiian punch.
Let's see. It's a lot of the ocean. I really like water, so it's hard. I don't know. Probably like chocolate milk.
Okay, instead of an ocean, you'd have chocolate milk.
Just keep in mind, it's gonna be warm chocolate milk at times, and then people pee in the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And your chocolate milk?
But
Yeah.
do you want pea in your fruit punch?
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
point.
it'd be better though. It'd be. I think it'd
Really?
be better than.
Tea goes better with fruit punch than it does chocolate milk?
He knows.
Absolutely, it does though. It just by just pure
Extra sodium.
by pure instinct, it does.
It does. It's a better mix. Okay, all right. Well, what do you think here, Denny's? You've heard Alex work through a couple very troubling questions.
I'm going
You
to go
heard
with
her
my
answers?
gut,
Yeah.
my initial thought, and then by how long it took her on that last question, I'm going to go, she might be high.
Okay, verdict is high. Alex, are you high?
For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
A stoner confirmation.
For sure.
I love it.
All right, well, Alex, clearly you're enjoying your Friday. You keep it up, okay?
For sure.
Thank you. You guys too. Have a good day.
Okay,
you too. And after this is all over, I think we should all hang out.
Are you high?
Technically, we are today, and maybe we're doing kind of like a little happy hour, and it's not just cocktails. You can bring whatever your poison is today. It's going to be going down 5:00 with the KVJ show on YouTube. If you already subscribe, you got to make sure you hit that little bell. You'll get a notification that we're going live. It'll be all of us. We're going to be on Zoom, and right there you can jump in the mix, and we'll just have some drinks and whatever else, and we'll just chat and have a good old little Friday.
Got a lot to get off my mind.
Oh, I can't wait.
Denny's, there should be a smoke screen.
You won't be able, Denny's, you there? Your apartment on
Denny's!
fire? Do we need to call 911?
I can't see you.
Yes, he's in there somewhere, we believe. Well, this is tough. I know that people are trying to do the home maintenance, taking care of your hair and your nails and all that stuff. It can be really tough. And I know even if you're a person who is an authority at that, it can be challenging. Kim Kardashian West apparently released a video of a makeup tutorial with her daughter North constantly interrupting, and it's tough. She can't, sell all those things that she does. It's hard being a Kardashian. These are the challenges that you deal with.
And I'm not even sure that was even real. Okay, cut. Okay, now go interrupt mommy again.
Yeah, it's
Go
so
interrupt
cute.
Yeah, so
You think they would stage stuff?
even a tender moment? Yes, I do.
Virginia's saying that she's even running out of makeup, and luckily she's got a teenage daughter, Magnolia, who's very up in the makeup game. She's got some little tips for you. Maybe you wear makeup, but you don't know a lot about ordering it. She has got some discount sites you can go to save you money. Not only tell you the good stuff to order, but some discounts that you can get as well.
And also tips for looking great on video.
Yeah.
Which is a big thing now. So many of us have to like do our makeup for these videos. I mean, you're still wearing your pajamas at home, but you're like, you have to still put on your makeup.
Yeah.
How do you, and what do you change for the camera that you necessarily wouldn't wear just to work?
There you go.
It's different makeup.
All right.
Contouring?
Yes.
All that kind of good stuff. Yeah, so we'll see what Virginia's daughter Magnolia's got to say coming up.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh? Start your day with KVJ and get the best variety of the 2000s, 10s, and today on 97.9 WRMF.
Well, right now you're not so worried about your beauty, but it is something that I know a lot of people are going to want to get back to pretty fast when we finally start lifting the quarantine. Virginia's running out of makeup, and luckily she's got a teenage daughter that knows a lot about it to help her out. And if you're out there looking for some great deals, or if you're like a lot of us today and you're having to do some kind of meeting on one of those platforms like Zoom, whether it be for your kid's school or for your work or just with some friends hanging out, there are definite secrets on how to look your best when it comes to your makeup. Magnolia is on here with us right now. Hello, Magnolia.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Now, I guess you got 3 Magnolia makeup tips here for us. And the one I know is going to stand out for a lot of people, your mommy has to order some makeup. And not only can you tell the best place to get it, but there are some places that have deals and bonus points. If you're going to be ordering makeup, where would you go for that?
So a lot of people don't want to go out to the store and buy a bunch of makeup. So BoxyCharm has the best subscription box, and they're only $25, and it comes with like all these different full-size products, and you can pick what you want, and you can try it. And each box has almost like $300 in it, but you're only paying $25.
Whoa.
And then I like Ipsy a lot. Ipsy has a really good subscription box. That's the one that I have, and it's only $10, and it comes with a bunch of different trial size. And you don't get to pick it exactly. You get to pick like the type of products and the brand, and then they pick like what season it is, and then the season kind of picks the product.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one that's the best is Sephora, and it's called Sephora Play. And that one is really good because you can get points, and you get 50 points with each box, and each box is $10. And then, like, the points you can use to get full-size products.
Very cool.
Max, that's unbelievable. I really wish you could replace your mom and do the dirt of the day. Because you're crushing it.
That is good. Hey, Virginia, I'm going to have you write all this down. We can put this on the KVJ E-Blast today.
Absolutely.
If people get that, so you can get Magnolia's 3 makeup tips. So the other question here, because I know a lot of people are having to do this for streaming cameras, Magnolia, how would you have somebody adjust their makeup if they're going to be on a streaming camera so they can look their best?
So since you're on camera, you can don't be afraid to make your makeup more dramatic because it looks different in person than on camera. And most people are going to have to darken their brows and put more eyeshadow on and put heavier mascara on. But another thing to make your face look good is this tip that I saw on YouTube. So you take your moisturizer, and then on top of your moisturizer, without any like creams or anything else, you put setting powder on. You let that sit for a little bit. Then you put your foundation on top of your setting powder. Then you bake your foundation, and then you sculpt your face. And do that, and it makes your face look better on camera.
I never would have done that.
I got to tell you, Max, you're blowing my mind over here. It's nice to learn something from you. I wish I could learn from your mom.
That is really smart. And boy, you do. I flipped the light on yesterday when we were doing the whole thing, and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I was shiny.
Yeah, you look different than you
Yeah.
do in person on camera.
That's a great point about it making it more dramatic.
Yeah.
That's so true.
And what were you telling me? There's a filter on some of these streaming
Okay,
chat?
yeah. So they don't have it on Google Meet, sadly, but on Zoom, which is what a bunch of like office meetings are using, there's this thing that you can do. So you can go into your settings in Zoom before you join a meeting, and you can put on the beauty filter, and it will like kind of like blend all your blemishes together and just make your face look like smoother. It's just like it's really good.
What?
That's pretty cool.
There's a
huh?
filter?
Mags, I got a question. I'm getting those crispy type dry bangs. What does a guy got to do to get uncrispy dry bangs?
What does that mean?
His hair is dry. His hair's dry.
Your eye?
Yes.
Underneath your eye?
No, my hair is dry. It never.
Oh, your
What is this now?
My hair.
I thought this whole segment was going very well here.
Until you got involved.
Stop yelling at me. My hair is dry, and I was just wondering if Mags had any little helpful hints.
You can do a hair mask.
Oh.
A hair mask.
Okay.
Yeah, they have them at Sephora, and the best brand is IGK, so anything that has to do with their hair products is really good. I really like that, but also you can go to Walmart and get a hair mask because like anything works.
Mags, I gotta tell you, thank you so much.
Yeah, valuable information
Of
there.
course.
Magnolia, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Of course.
Love you.
Look
Bye.
at that. Wow, how about that, huh? Your girl looks...
I know.
Sounds so much more mature than even 14, Virginia.
I know.
Or that even some
That's
people
crazy.
in the studio, if you know what I mean.
Why don't you keep drinking your beer over there, Critical? Got so much to say.
No, he does. Always something to say. Well, these are trying times, but there's still a lot of positive things if you just kind of look through all the craziness of the coronavirus. They say the world is on track to see its biggest yearly drop in carbon pollution ever because of everything getting shut down for the coronavirus.
Wow.
I mean, that is a positive.
It is a big time positive. And look, you want to hopefully see these things carry forward where people are starting to be like, wow, it could look like this. Let's double down and do everything we have to do to start cutting emissions. Everybody needs to get on board with this. And here's how we do it. Then hopefully there's going to be some lessons we can all learn from this quarantine to say, wouldn't we love the planet to look this way? The planet loves it. The animals love it. We should love it too. Let's embrace it. So any of those people are like, I don't care.
This is the time where the animals should rise up against us if they wanted to.
Gosh, I hope not.
No,
I mean, aren't we dealing with enough? I don't need like monkeys attacking my face when I walk outside.
Look in your backyard. There's a kangaroo waiting for you.
Damn it!
No, gosh, where'd it come from?
Now, is that a monkey or is that Dennys? I can't tell.
Yeah, you don't know.
That was cool.
You don't know. These are really cool, too. There is a bar in Tybee Island, Georgia. I've not been there yet, but I think it's pretty close to Savannah, kind of that area.
Okay.
Maybe you're getting, right there. I've heard of Tybee Island, and people are like, Kev, you would love to drink there. I'm like, cool. Place called the Sandbar, and they paper their walls with dollar bills.
Oh, yeah.
And they did kind of like what we did during the Great 48, where the owner and some friends took down all the dollar bills and gave the money to employees. Got about $4,000 out of it, and each employee got about $600.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
What a perfect time to do that.
Yeah, it is really cool. So I love when people do it. Jumbie Bay had done that for us.
They did.
During the Great 48, they took down their dollar bills and they donate to the hurricane relief.
They took them down and they literally wrote us a check for the balance of it. And then they got calls from people that were like, oh, I loved those bills. So they cleaned them all and put them back up.
Oh, that's very cool.
And still wrote the check for the Bahamian relief efforts.
That's amazing.
That was awesome. Jumbie Bay rocks.
Yeah, they do good
They
stuff.
have good sauces, too.
Mm-hmm.
So many things. Yeah, in fact, there was even one employee there at that bar that didn't need the money, so he gave it to another coworker so they could pay the rent.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, see, that's the cool stuff people are doing. That's really what it is, going to take for a lot of people that are out there. Because, I mean, yeah, it was kind of interesting because I was looking at some of the surveys, that have been done, and people really are freaking out a lot more about money than they are about fear of the virus.
I know a lot of people in my personal life, they definitely are worried about their money. I have 3 family members that have been laid off, and they're freaked out about that.
Yeah, the numbers break down like this. 60% of Americans think that they would last 3 months or less with their current savings if they were to lose their job.
And when is that stimulus check supposed to get here? Are we still weeks out?
I think it depends upon who you are exactly.
I just mean like timing on
some
it.
of them are supposed to be arriving, I believe, this week.
Okay.
Yeah, so
but it's going to take a few weeks for everyone to get it.
And that's going to be the big question: is who's going to get them first and when, and that's kind of stuff. But yeah, they're supposed to be on the way. Researchers also found that 24% think that they have enough to last 1 to 3 months, 15% a month, 9% 1 to 2 weeks, and 12% said less than a week on the money they have. So that's why when somebody hands you the money that they were going to get themselves, you're like, wow, that is a lifesaver. I appreciate that.
Amen.
A lot of us going to have to, answer those tough questions too. What is going to be going first? If you got to cut back on expenses, and a lot of people who even still have their job are taking pay cuts. They say that the streaming services and gym memberships would be the first to go for a lot of people.
That should have been the first to go for me without corones.
The gym membership?
Yeah, I just got to get that off of my list. Can we put that in the calendar?
So you mean you want me to do it?
I gotta cancel. I gotta cancel
What
it.
gym
Meaning
is
I
it?
got you to cancel it.
I don't want to say it on the air, but we'll talk.
Okay. I just need your member number.
They say among the top items that people would sell are jewelry and electronics, and even 36% of people said that they would sell their blood.
Wow.
Do you have items, material possessions that you could sell that you could legit know you could get money for right now in your house?
No.
No.
No, I don't have any possessions.
Nothing that you could sell to get a little bit of scratch?
Nope. I got nothing.
Got a couple TVs. If you had to.
They're
The
really
queen
old.
does. Your wife does.
Yeah, she does, and she will. She's had, in her the queen's closet. Yeah, she'll sell shoes, purses, things like that. In fact, she's doing a lot of that now. She doesn't really accumulate. Earlier in our relationship, she would get a lot of that. She doesn't really get any of the shoes or purses anymore, and she doesn't ever. She's very low maintenance now.
She was teaching me how to sell stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of those websites, if you've got like designer purses or shoes or clothes, you can sell it. And
She's been doing that.
They do all the work for you and you just get a check.
You have stuff you could sell?
I do, but I started selling stuff on eBay maybe about 6 or 7 months ago. So I don't have as much as I used to have.
What's your rating?
I've been downsizing. You know what? I'm just on Panda's eBay. I don't have my own. He does it for me.
Okay, interesting.
But he's got a good rating.
Okay.
I believe Panda does.
He does.
I feel like you get lippy with people.
I would. That's why I let Panda handle the customer
And
service.
It's all about that rating, Kev, on eBay.
It is.
What would you sell first, Jay Bird?
If I had to, I would sell some of my more expensive figures, my toys. They would go quick. In fact, my buddy who sells vintage toys, he was a little nervous about all of this. And he said, I'm actually selling a ton more because people are at home and a lot of people aren't sick and they want to spend they get the itch to do something. So they're spending money on vintage items.
Well, they're looking around their house too, and they're like, "Oh, that shelf would look great with a GI Joe."
Yeah, exactly, and it's not just GI Joe stuff; it's all kind of antique stuff. But he said the online business for him is saving him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have kind of gone to that. We asked the question yesterday on our social media. It's going to be a good day when ... And we all need those today. But those simple little pleasures where things are just kind of going your way. I know for me, in fact, I wasn't going to let it ruin my day, but I hit reds at every light. I have 2 options on lights to get to work, and both of them, I'm like, it's green, hold up. That went red. I'm like, I'll try the other one. And I was like, it's green. It went red. I'm like, dang it, man. But man, when you get to cruise right through green lights all the way to work or wherever you're going, especially it's usually when you're going home or you want to go someplace awesome?
It happened to me. I mean, this has never heard of on North Lake Boulevard in Palm Beach Gardens, where I got every green light from US 1 to I-95.
Wow.
That never happened.
Never.
I mean, it was mystical.
It's exciting, isn't it?
It really is.
Yes. Or maybe something you were dreading gets canceled.
Oh, I love that. When you're like, I don't want to hang out with that person, and they cancel before you. That's cozy.
Mm-hmm.
Or it was a meeting that you had to drive to, and it was really far. And you're like, why am I even going? And it got canceled.
But you'd rather have it canceled before you start driving.
Oh, absolutely.
How about when you find like money that you didn't know you had? You're like, oh, that's awesome.
Or extra French fries at the bottom of the fast food bag. You're like, oh man, I'm so hungry. I wish I had more food. Wait a minute.
There it is.
11 more fries.
Or Denny says weed. You know it's going to be a good day when you wake up well rested 2 minutes before your alarm.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I could feel that. Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. So if you want to contribute to the things that make it all good for you, hit us up on our social media on Facebook and Instagram. Just look for the KVJ Show. John works for a large bank, and you can kind of explain the stimulus checks and their release dates for us, John?
Yes, hi. Good morning, guys. Just wanted to, I heard Virginia ask when those are getting dropped. I did, was on a call a couple days ago, and we're going to start beefing up on staff on the 15th, April 15th through the 17th. In 3-day range, there's going to be about 150 million checks dropped.
Wow.
Is what we're being told again.
Okay,
So
that's
they're
good.
starting to roll out today. I heard they were starting to roll out yesterday and today. Some are trickling here and there, but there's going to be a massive drop on the 15th through 17th. And they're still going to roll after that, too, but just wanted to answer your question, Virginia, a little bit about that. Maybe some folks can start looking forward to that, maybe.
Thank you.
Very cool. Okay.
That is big.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what you need to get you some more food and get your peace of mind in a good place.
Yeah.
It's a mind game.
Mm-hmm.
Being at home is a mind game, and if you're worried about how you're going to eat or your kids are going to eat, and you have that check just to free up your mind, you can actually enjoy your kids.
Much of life is a mind game. No? Yeah?
You sound like Yoda.
Also, Simon, we want to do a nice little shout out here on Friday for Doug and Sandy Vest from Pogie's Family Restaurant in Okeechobee. They're doing some really cool stuff there. It says, we're down to working 2 days a week, but the owners, the husband and wife, decided that they are going to continue to pay every employee for 5 days every week. I love my job, and I love my bosses. Very grateful to work at a place that cares about their employees.
Well, next time I'm in Okeechobee, I'm going to Pogie's.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely going to Pogie's.
Yep, cool stuff. All right, that is a hero of the day. If you got anybody else you want to shout out, 877-979-9763. You can hit us up at the KVJ Show. Pretty excited. We're going to be doing a KVJ happy hour today on our YouTube. You can go there through the Zoom platform, and when you see the alert, just hop on. You can jump on in. The chat room's going to be going. Grab your favorite beverage, whatever it is you want, or element, and bring it on with us, and let's have some fun this weekend.
And when you go on Zoom, look for that hidden beauty filter. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
It's a smoothing filter that retouches your video display.
Very nice.
Oh, beauty filter.
Yeah, some really cool stuff. So that is something to look forward to a little bit later on. 5 p.m. today, we're going to be doing it. So if you want to keep an eye out about then, that's where we're going to be hopping online with you for a little bit here for a little happy hour. After the show podcast is going to be coming up live on YouTube in just about 15 minutes. You can watch that, and you can also get it on demand. Jaybird, before we do that, if you would wrap today's show with your thought of the day.
You never know when a moment and a few sincere words can have an impact on a life.
Damn.
Bam.
KVJ Show is all over social media. Find us Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.